Welcome everyone to Sysco's Virtual Kitchen Special Edition. Kev, are you ready for today?
Jay, I think it's very clear that Brador got the memo last week. I think I don't know if I've ever been more ready in my life.
I know I got coffee, I got pastry, and we have a
pastry singular because you and your family ate them all already because they're so good. But yes, we have a ton.
Thanks for
finish that thought. Yeah.
Thanks for bringing that up. Yeah, I feel great now. I horked a whole bunch of Brador products last night. I'll be going through sugar withdrawals later. But
well, you know what's important? We've got a plant-based lineup for our first group coming up. So I think that could be might help you a little bit.
Yeah, I think it will. So first of all, before we have people jump off because they're like, I don't want to hear me and Kevin talk all day. But we have a great show lined up today with a bunch of brunch, tons of ideas really to help you. I'm quieter than you are, Kevin, so I have to talk louder. But it is something that we're very excited about, all these different ideas we've got. Do you want to share just really quick, Kev, what we're going to be working on as I turn up my volume?
Well, I mean, we've got 3 segments again today. We're starting with the plant-based ideas, and then brunch dessert, and then brunch desserts, right? Which I think, I mean, again, it could be argued that it permeates all parts of brunch, but specific dessert ideas, and then taking it home with specific takeout ideas. HMR will say, it's not to say that I have to say all of it seems so far have built these things or the items so that they can be takeout, but specifically focusing on some takeout ideas for the last part.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Like, it's going to be an awesome day. It is going to be a little longer. So if you have to jump off, come back on. You can watch us on any device out there. The other thing too is send us comments where you're from, where you're watching from. We want to see it. We'll put you up on the screen, so you better have a good Facebook page picture. But yeah, we'll definitely put you up because we've seen some doozies. But we'll put you up, put your comments, tell us what you're thinking, ask us questions. That's the best thing about SVK is that we get to interact with our guest, with you. We love it. It's so much fun. We also have a special guest going to be jumping on here. He's not here yet, but he'll be jumping on any minute. And then we've got some commercials today. But really, overall, it's all for our customers. It's all for you. It's all about ideas to help with brunch. We had day 1, tons of ideas on day 1. This is day 2. And brunch is really that meal that brings everyone together. And I think it's important at this time in our world, and especially our industry, is to have some brunch again. And we're very excited about this. And we've got tons and tons of stuff. Now, Kev, we're going to break to a quick commercial. We're going to bring all our guests in for the first segment around plant-based, which is awesome, a huge growing segment in our industry. And definitely going to have a little pastry while we wait. But yeah, let's cut to a quick commercial. You keep eating, Kev. And this is actually a really cool commercial too on Sysco Source and our new delivery program. So awesome stuff. We'll be right back. Okay, Kev? As you eat? Okay.
Not knowing when your Sysco order is going to arrive makes you feel not great. That's why we created Sysco Delivery. The Sysco Delivery app lets you know where your truck is located, when it's going to arrive, what items will be arriving, and what's happening throughout the day at all of your locations. No need to look at your phone repeatedly throughout the day. Enable notifications so that you are notified whenever there's a change in delivery, estimated time of arrival, or delay. Download today to get a real-time view and updates about your Sysco delivery.
Holy, look at that, Kev.
Wow, look at this dream team.
Welcome, everyone. All of these amazing vendors, amazing products. Look at this, Kev. We have a stacked first start of our show.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Crazy awesome. So let's start with Jordana. Welcome, Jordana.
Yes, hopefully, can you hear me?
Yep.
Awesome. I'm in my kitchen in Richmond Hill, so thank you very much for having me. I'm super excited to show you a brand new product.
Brand new? Awesome.
Brand new.
Awesome. Well, we'll be right back. Let's go over to Brian. Brian, what's going on? You're probably going to talk, and I'm not muting you. There we go.
Yeah, it's Brian Ernest. I'm here with Catherine Ripple. We're with Basic American Foods. We're going to do 2 very cool recipes today. One featuring lentil penne pasta, and that's going to be a chilled avocado pesto salad. And then the second recipe we're going to put together will be with refried beans and a chipotle-infused potato. A brunch burrito. Tongue twister day. Everything's a tongue twister today.
A bunch of brunch burrito.
That's right. Say that 3 times.
Yeah. Kevin, go for it. Kevin's working out on Bador product. Anyways.
Yes, I am.
Chef Martin. There we go.
Hey,
Chef.
Kevin. Yeah, it's a really cool idea today. So we will turn a few classics into brunch versions. So I will do a brunch pizza, a steak and egg burger, and also a brunch poutine using our new plant-based mix and the hollandaise sauce.
Nice.
Wow. Can't wait.
That is awesome. I love eggs on pizza, by the way. Let's go over to our buddies there. Nathan, Beyond Meat.
Hey, AJ, how's everyone doing? Pleasure to be here today. I'm going to be presenting for you today some diverse applications utilizing Beyond Meat for a breakfast brunch type day part, focusing on a few different builds that we'll quickly run through, twist on huevos rancheros, twist on traditional eggs Benedict, a Beyond Meat breakfast burrito, and then a mystery dish at the end that we're going to end with a big bang.
Mystery dish. I love that.
I love it. I love it.
That's awesome. That is very awesome. All right, Catherine, you're ruining my waistline. You're ruining Kevin's.
I'm not sorry. None of us are sorry. I make no apologies for that or the flakes all over your desk and your computer. It's all worth it as far as we're concerned. So thanks so much for having us here. We're really excited to be featuring our brand new vegan croissant lineup. We're super excited about it, and we're so happy to be offering this new classic to all of our vegan friends out there.
That's awesome. Awesome. All right, Kev, let's get started. Hey?
Yeah. I know Jordana's just dying to show us something brand new.
I know. Let's go over to Jordana. Jordana, it's all you now.
Awesome. Okay, so I want to introduce to you a brand new product. This is a plant-based egg. So a plant-based egg patty. The company's name is called Just Egg, J-U-S-T. Pardon my lisp, a little bit of lisp there. And this product is out of the U.S. You may have seen it in retail. This is what the retail packaging looks like. It is a completely plant-based egg made from mung bean. And mung bean is a completely sustainable bean plant that has an incredible high amount of protein. And what they do is they basically extract the protein from the bean by drying it, making kind of like a flour, and then they rehydrate it with water, add a little bit of seasoning, very little. It's a very clean deck, and they turn it into an egg base, and then they prepare it into a folded egg patty. So sorry, my lighting looks a little sharp here, but basically you're getting a just under 2 ounce fully cooked plant-based egg patty. So we're really super excited about this line, as you can tell, hopefully. And we've been sampling like absolute crazy. We have it at Sysco. So if you are interested, please reach out to your Sysco MA and they can help you get a hold of this. I encourage everyone to try it because honestly, guys, it is so crazy. The texture is like a chicken egg. The taste is like a chicken egg. The performance is like a chicken egg, but it gives us the ability to reach people who are really interested in more of a plant-based diet. For those of you who don't know, eggs are very difficult on the environment in terms of producing. It takes a lot of water, a lot of carbon, a big carbon footprint. And so that's really what the Just platform is about. It's a more sustainable, better for you plant alternative to eggs. And I think the reality also is it's not that they're really targeting vegans per se, but they really want to target plant-based people who are really encompassing plant-based. They may be a meat eater on a Monday and a Tuesday, but Wednesday is kind of their plant-based day, or they just may want to incorporate more plant-based into their diet. I'm really excited to see that vegan croissant that Brodor has, because I'm always trying to find a vegan bread vehicle for this product. So I'm very excited about that. Do you want me to go into my first recipe, guys, or do you want to, you tell me what's the flow?
I
You got the floor.
Yeah, you've got the floor. Go.
Amazing. I like to talk, so that works for me. So I'm making a vegan banh mi sandwich. So it's a Vietnamese sandwich, and it could work for lunch. It could really work for snack. But because we're incorporating the Just Egg products, it really kind of has that breakfast feel. So I have a little mini baguette here, or a little crusty bun here. Now you could use anything that you have that is vegan. And then I'm going to put some vegan mayonnaise and sriracha hot sauce. So those are mixed together. Those are going on my bun. The idea is that it is a cold sandwich, but I am incorporating that one hot element, which is the egg patty. So I have my egg patty ready to go back here. The cool thing is this can go, it was designed to go in the toaster. It was designed to go on a flat top, in the oven. It's very versatile. So I've just gone ahead and I've cut my egg patty in half, and that's going to go kind of like that whole Subway design on there. And then I have some fresh veggies that I have marinated ahead of time to make kind of like a crunchy, fresh slaw. So I have some cucumbers, I have some carrots, and both of these are just a julienne. The nice thing is if you wanted to order like a already shredded carrot, that would cut down your work quite a bit, and they last beautifully in your fridge. And then some daikon radish, and that's going to give you a little bit of a bite and a little bit of a crunch. And then I'm going to put on some jalapeno peppers for heat. I like heat, but you can leave these out if that scares you. And then the last item that I'm putting on here is a carrot bacon that I made up. So I'm not a vegan or a plant-based eater necessarily, but I'm finding some really fun stuff there. The internet is our friend when it comes to food prep, as you guys know. So I made some carrot bacon, and what this is basically thin shreds of carrot with a little bit of tahini, which is a sesame paste, a little bit of soy sauce, and it called for liquid smoke, but I didn't have liquid smoke, so I just used some smoked paprika to give it that smoky flavor. I don't want to take too much away from the egg patty, but I like the idea of having kind of that smokiness from the bacon. And then because I love cilantro and it really goes beautifully in the Vietnamese sandwich, we're going to garnish it with that. So once again, got that Just Egg patty, completely plant-based. Your entire dish here is plant-based, vegan. If you wanted to put it on a gluten-free bun, it could be a gluten-free offering. And that's pretty much my dish, my Just Egg vegan banh mi.
Wow. That was pretty exciting. I love how you kind of just threw in a really exciting carrot bacon while you were at it.
Right? Like bacon, I mean, nothing's better than bacon. Who are we kidding? But to have an option for your non-meat eaters that's kind of got that same flavor and it's got that same texture is kind of neat, right? So, yeah. Thanks, guys.
So, Kev, before we move on,
and
I think Brian's next, we have a guest. Surprise guest. There he is.
There he is.
Kevin, that laugh is addictive.
We just finished watching your video on the Brodor pastry. That was on fire. We'll have to share that with everybody after we're done today. Gosh, that was good. Thanks for joining us again.
Oh, absolute pleasure, guys. How is everyone?
God, fabulous.
Great. Jordana, I just, as this was cutting out, I saw a sandwich on your table over there. You're talking my language. But we'll get back to that. I didn't want to interrupt. How you doing, Brian?
Good. Doing well. Jay, Kevin, Chef, we're going to do what I would call the ultimate plant-based comfort food dish today. It's going to be a chilled lentil penne avocado pesto salad. So what we're using here is lentil penne pasta. I got a little visual for you. There's really just 3 ingredients. It's got lentils, rice, and peas in it. And we put that together. It is protein packed, 24 grams of protein and 6 grams of fiber. Very lower in carbohydrates than a traditional wheat pasta would be. And the thing that I really like about it is that if you're out and you're trying to go plant-based protein, you just don't have a lot of varieties. This gives you pasta, and whoever thinks of pasta as a plant-based food, right? So it kind of gets that out of the humdrum normal things that you would get for plant-based protein and get you into that comfort food setting. So I'm going to really do a build on this dish. It's very simple. What we do is you just take the pasta, boil it to al dente. Typically, it's around 9 minutes. I will tell your operators, it does contain rice, so it cooks a little differently than wheat pasta. But after you get used to cooking it, it's pretty much the same as cooking wheat pasta. I then just blanched it and then chilled it, put a little bit of oil on it. And I'm building this dish with really 2 different types of vinaigrette and a pesto. So I did a little avocado vinaigrette, which is basically avocados, olive oil, red wine vinegar, and some garlic. And then I just built a simple pesto. Instead of using pine nuts, I used to use walnuts to do it. And I'm just going to show you how to build it. It's very simple. We have the lentil penne. Just going to put it in a bowl here like this.
Brian, by the way, coming from an Italian over here, I love working with lentil pastas. I mean, I love, I fed them for some of my Italian friends, and I'll tell you something, they're a huge hit. Huge hit.
There's no doubt they're very, very good. And if you're looking for sort of that plant-based protein alternative, without a doubt, a pasta's, great to do that with. And you can, even, Italian food is probably one of the top 3 trending, ethnic foods out there. And you're even seeing, traditional Italian restaurants offering it because operators are demanding it.
Love it. And the red lentil especially, it's beautiful. And the color, it just explodes on the dish.
Yes. So I just mixed the pesto and the avocado together with the lentil penne. I'm also going to add some red bell pepper, and also some tomato to this. Mix that up. So,
Kevin, you trying to reach through the camera over there to get a little bit, or what?
I wasn't trying to fanboy too hard, but this specific product, I remember when at the beginning when Basic American brought this forward, and all these we'll just say gluten-free pastas were coming through, and I'll never forget. I worked with 2 chefs at the time, and we ate this just out of the water, and all of us just looked at each other like, this is it. They've figured it out. They've cracked the code. It really, and again, you're totally right. Lentils is definitely that is definitely one of the secrets. But it just the flavor. Even without sauce, it's delicious.
Yeah, even the abundance of proteins you're getting.
Yes,
it's just lovely. Look at how beautiful.
Wow.
Nice dish. Just basically garnished with a little shaved parm, little queso fresco, and an avocado slice and a little lemon for some freshness. Really nice dish.
Well, what we like to do in Italy too, because we cook for huge families on those leftovers, you probably make the frittatas with the eggs. That leftover pasta with the lentil, when you beat it up with some eggs and make a really nice thin pressed frittata and flip it over and slice it up like a pizza. You cannot get enough of that.
That sounds delicious. I'm looking forward to making it myself, actually.
Do that. That's what we do. Just get a little leftover eggs. If you don't eat the yolks, you can use it with the whites. Yep. Just mix it nicely so it's not really wet. And then put it in a pan. I love using cast iron. Give yourself a nice layer, and then just flip it over on both sides. You want it really nice and crispy. The long pastas sometimes work a lot easier because we call it una spaghettata. So it just holds it all together like glue. But the thinner, the crispier.
Yeah, that's what they look for. It's crispiness, no doubt about it. Definitely. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for the first dish.
We appreciate it. Looks great, huh?
Beautiful.
Awesome stuff. Love your shirt too.
Thank you.
A little foodie plug. All right. Let's go over to Chef Martin.
It's got to. There we go.
There we go. There we go. Let me unmute you, chef, and then there we go.
You're good now?
You're good. Go for it.
Perfect. So, so as I said, what I will do a few plates using some classic meals, turning them into brunch options. So I will be using the hollandaise sauce, the instant hollandaise, and also the new plant-based mix. So both of the blends, you can easily just combine the powder into water, and the good thing with that, you can replace a part of your water with some orange juice, apple juice, or any type of alcohol if you want to create a signature sauce. You mix for about 15 seconds, and then you wait about 3 minutes to get that creamy sauce. So it's easy to do with pretty much anything. And same thing for the plant-based mix. You just combine with cold water or boiling water. You mix a little bit, and you wait for that one about 8 to 10 minutes to get a nice texture.
Martin, how does that hold up with time, like for kitchens and stuff? That holds up pretty nicely during a day's work to be able to use it as a base in a refrigerator?
Yeah, you can use it. I use it on the pizza directly. So I did that about 3 hours ago. And as you can see, it's really like a ground beef cook, but it's a plant-based blend, and it's flavored. So you can use it directly into your chili mix or into your tacos and just return it directly wherever you want.
Beautiful.
And for the sauce, it's the same thing. So after about 3 minutes, you will have a really nice sauce, and I use that sauce cold on the dough. If you want to do a pizza like that, you can create a nice brunch type of pizza using that same plant-based mix with some dice of tomatoes with green onions and an egg on top. And for I'll just show you the patty. So what I did, I used some portobello mushroom with a circle, just adding some of the mix. And of course, adding some vegan cheese on top. You just return those patties into the oven for about 2-3 minutes, and it's ready to go anywhere. So you can create something custom, really easy for you to use, and you can add some spices and herbs inside easily. So I use those same patties into my egg Benedictine. And same thing for, like I said, steak and egg burger. So.
Oh, yeah. A little theater for us all.
We love that diversity of products. There's nothing better when you've got something that you could use for so many bases.
So you can just add some chives on top if you want, something easy. And for the steak and egg burger,
well, and I'm no chef, so I think I can get away with saying this, but I loved earlier you'd comment about adding apple juice or just making it, that whole thing about taking one ingredient and making it your own.
Of course, you can bring, and those are great tools or great component for your kitchen, but don't use them just as is. You have to have fun and bring some signature in it. So add any cracked pepper, some orange juice, anything just to create something unique. Same thing for the burger. If you want to just drizzle a little bit with some hollandaise, and I will add some crispy onions for the texture.
Yum. Yum.
And some sprout. So there we go.
I know Jay's going for that egg.
So, and it's really easy. Again, for all the plates, also for poutine, you just use poached eggs with real curds, with the plant-based mix, some hollandaise sauce, and this can travel really well for your delivery. Some tomatoes too.
Look at that mountain of
Cracked
goodness
pepper.
in that box over there. Goodness gracious.
So it's really easy to use, and you can freeze also that sauce. So both items are really nice tools for your brunch menu.
Fantastic.
Wow.
Well done, chef.
Awesome stuff.
Thanks.
All right, let's go over to Nathan. as I choke down this croissant.
I'm eating my feelings in croissants right now.
All right, Nathan, let me unmute you, brother.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, Nathan.
Hey, folks.
Awesome. What do you got there, Nathan?
I've got a version of Huevos Rancheros. What I've done, we've focused on the flexitarian clientele with the items today. 80% of consumers that eat plant-based are on their journey towards greater amounts of plant-based, but they also eat traditional animal proteins along their journey. So this is targeting that clientele and enabling them to eat foods that they love. Naan flatbread smothered in refried beans with a Beyond Meat sausage crumble, cheddar cheese, and fried egg, served with a corn salsa and avocado hollandaise. So that's something that a nice twist, nice brunch, breakfast type application, something that you can utilize throughout the entire day and for all day breakfast as well. And if I may, because I pre-prepared everything just for the sake of time, I also prepared an interpretation of a traditional Eggs Benedict, which is a French toast English muffin. So I've dipped it in a French toast batter with Beyond Meat, breakfast sausage round, crispy potato pancake, smoked Jarlsberg, poached egg, and a blood orange hollandaise. So again, just elevating the dish just a little bit, but targeting those flexitarians, those consumers that want to eat a little healthier and gravitate towards more plant-based options in their overall diet.
Hey, Nathan, those Beyond Meats, after you cook them, how have you tried ever pureeing them with some sauces to turn them also into some spreads for using as bases to some dishes? I have to be honest, I haven't worked a lot with it. I might have tasted it once, but I'd love to know how the texture of that is, 'cause I'd love pureeing certain meat, especially like sausages sometimes, playing with it, and it just makes brings a whole life to it as well, and gives us a lot of alternative use for it.
Oh, absolutely. I think you're exactly right. It lends itself to so many different applications and interpretations. It blitzes well into a sauce. It adds texture. It adds a protein component. Even today, for this specific build that we have up on the screen now, I took a brat style sausage. Some people use it as a banger style in a traditional breakfast build. I took the casing off of the product, crumbled it up, seasoned, and sauteed it, and utilized it into a breakfast burrito type build. So very quickly, it's just a warm tortilla with chopped Beyond Meat, a maple chili dry brine, crispy potato pancake, fried egg, and an avocado hollandaise also.
I think you just inspired me to make a broccoli rabe Beyond Meat ravioli.
There you go. It holds up and works extremely well in a variety of applications, and it because of the moisture content and the texture, it balances really well no matter how you use it, whether it's pasta fillings or otherwise.
Lovely. Love that.
Thanks so much, Nathan.
All right, let's go to Catherine.
You guys are all giggles.
You know, I'm just trying to figure out which one of these croissants is vegan and which one isn't, and I can't tell the difference. So,
all right, that's great. Well, I'm assuming you're enjoying them, right?
Oh yeah.
Like too much.
Catherine, I have to say, Jay sent me some of these samples. They just arrived yesterday, but I haven't had a chance to do the vegan one yet, but I tried the plain croissants, and I tried the apple as well, the Danishes.
Do you want to show it, Chef?
What was that?
Give a surprise to the door. I got a video here.
Oh, Catherine, I gotta say, I got very inspired by that mini Danish. It was really, really amazing to me.
All right, we're ready.
We're gonna see this. We'll come back, Catherine. The chef's gonna look.
Okay, I'll wait for you guys.
Just hold tight.
Okay.
Catherine, I hope you like this.
I feel like I'm gonna love it.
Yeah, it just got a little crazy, but you know, I couldn't help but think ham and cheese when I saw that mini cheese Danish.
For sure, for sure.
Let's try it again. All right, here we go. Is it working, Catherine?
Nope. Catherine's looking great. prepared. If you need her to do her thing.
I'm ready for you guys.
Catherine, I've got those plain croissants as well. I put some ice cream in the middle of them, which I'm freezing, and then going to slice them and dip them in some chocolate, and kind of putting little skewers for the kids. Yeah, I mean, I love it. They're so delicate. I mean, they're so fluffy as well. I mean, I have to be honest. Living in Europe for so many years, thought to come by a good croissant.
Yeah.
We used to bake in our home, par baked. Really beautiful stuff. Really beautiful stuff.
Yeah, love the croissants. I honestly, like, it's, you know, while we're waiting for the video, I mean, we have such a fantastic croissant. It's all butter, not the vegan one, obviously, but, you know, just our regular perfect croissant. It's all butter. It's pre-proofed, pre-egg wash, super easy for everyone to use.
Well, the pre-proof, and sorry, that pre-proof side is the most important. I mean, it makes the product completely dummy-proof. I mean, because I think one of the biggest problems we have in this industry, I'm not the baker in the family, my brother is, but, you know, the proofing side and all these steps we need to take sometimes to proof stuff. And if it comes out right, who's not watching it? But something that's pre-proof like that, and that was the first thing I noticed. It was just gorgeous. Now, would you recommend putting egg wash on top of it prior to? Because that's what I did.
Actually, our product comes, well, the non-vegan, obviously. It comes pre-egg wash, and then the vegan croissant, it comes pre-glazed. So it's entirely up to you if you do want to add extra egg wash, but we have egg wash the top, so it's good to go. So it really is up to you.
Love it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Catherine, go ahead. I don't know if I can get the video going.
All
That's
right.
all right. Don't worry about that.
Okay, no worries. No
On
worries.
YouTube,
Okay,
we'll
so-
share the link.
All right, perfect. So we're introducing our vegan croissant. I think a lot of people have seen this already. It took off like wildfire here. You know, we have a vegan on staff, so she just has been giving this to everyone she possibly can think of, and it is a beautiful product. So when you know, and I appreciate Chef saying this, when you look at the all butter croissant and the vegan croissant side by side, you can see that, you know, they're performing beautifully. They're performing exactly the same. So what we really wanted to do was give the vegan community an authentic French croissant experience, because I know, you know, you're vegan, but it doesn't mean you don't want a croissant. And so we want to give you something really good, really tasty, flaky, light and airy, and easy to use also.
Oh,
So-
well, wait, now here's something really interesting. I didn't even know, I ate the vegan croissant yesterday without even knowing about it, because I thought the chocolate vegan croissant was the vegan, which I thought, oh, I can't wait to taste this vegan chocolate croissant, because there was a chick chocolate vegan croissant in the box. So I tasted the vegan. I mean, I can't believe that was vegan.
Awesome.
Surprise.
Well, that is awesome. So we love hearing that. So, you know, and that's it. We just want to give our vegan community a really great croissant experience. And I think our R&D team has done a fantastic job, and we're super excited about it. So my take on vegan is, hey, you know what? Let's make this decadent. Let's make this really enjoyable. You know, it's Sunday brunch. Let's just have whatever we want to have. So my go-to all the time is a steak sandwich. So what can we do that's similar to that? So what I did was I took the vegan croissant, and I'm going to show you a little trick. Instead of cutting in half with a serrated knife, like most people do, you know, because oftentimes what happens is the poor croissant gets kind of mangled, the knife is pushed through. Instead, you wind up with like a poor flat croissant, and the inside is pretty mangled. So here's a little trick that one of my coworkers in the US came up with, and I think it's fantastic. Use a pair of scissors to cut this in half instead. So insert the scissors and then just start cutting around. And what that does is that helps to preserve all of that flake, and it helps to preserve the interior. And you've still got that really light, fluffy croissant and all of that flaky goodness is still intact. So you're really, giving your customers that perfect flaky croissant. So first, I'm going to go ahead and brush the interior with a little bit of olive oil. And then we're going to go ahead and toast these. So I've already toasted a couple here. Let's see what this, all right, that's looking perfect. So go ahead and toast that. And then you can see this is like perfectly caramelized. It's going to be nice and crispy. So I would suggest when you toast it, just let it cool for a few minutes. So I'm going to take one of these that I've already done, and we're going to go ahead and let these cool. And first, I'm going to start with our cream cheese. So this is a vegan cream cheese, and I've mixed in black pepper and chives, so it's really nice and flavorful. Vegan cream cheese is fantastic. The first time I tried it, I could not believe it. It is so yummy. So I'm going to put a generous amount of cream cheese on here because I love cream cheese as much as I love croissants. So the more the merrier. And there we go. And then for the steak part of this, I went ahead and I oven roasted some portobello mushrooms. They give that meatiness and they give that depth of flavor that it really does act as a great substitute for an actual meat. So I just tossed them in olive oil and salt and pepper, keeping things really nice and simple. And then I went ahead and just oven roasted them. I'm going to put 3 or 4 on here. These are kind of the baby portobellos, so you can fit a good amount on here and let your vegan friends feel like they're really getting like a good hearty bite. Yeah. And then caramelized onions. I love, love, love caramelized onions. I love making them. I love putting them on things. And then so I just go ahead and top this with a generous helping of caramelized onions.
I could live on onions myself.
Oh, honestly. And they go great on croissants.
I love it.
I think one of my favorite things about fried onions is you can be cooking them in the house and anybody can come in. It doesn't matter what you've done or culinary creation you make. Oh, it smells great in here. Oh.
I know.
And they hold off nicely too. You could do a big batch of them and keep them in the fridge for quite some time. Bring anything to life.
And then I've just got some micro arugula here. I love micro arugula. It gives such a nice sharp bite and it's very pretty and delicate looking. So I just put a little bit of olive oil on top and a little bit of salt just for seasoning. And then I'm just going to go ahead and top the sandwich with a little bit of this, our greens. And to me, this is shaping up to be an amazing Sunday brunch sandwich. Vegan, not vegan, it doesn't matter. This is a killer sandwich. Everyone can see that.
It's beautiful, Catherine, really beautiful.
And then just cutting that in half. And then again, you've got the crispiness from the croissant. You've got the creaminess from the cream cheese. And then the awesome portobello mushroom in the center. And to me, this is a perfect Sunday brunch sandwich.
I would actually go as far as to say you could serve that on any day ending in Y. Brunch.
How beautiful that is.
For sure. And then just a couple of sweet potato fries on the side, and there you go.
No,
You're laughing. Oh, I did. There it is. There you go. That's our Sunday brunch vegan steak sandwich on our vegan croissant.
Oh.
Catherine, that is really beautiful. I love this product. I am still shocked that I ate the vegan croissant without even knowing it. I mean, that's a great sign.
It is. It is, and we're so happy to hear that. Like, I love to hear that sort of thing.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
it's a
really
fantastic product.
Now, can you sear these? Would they get a nice color without coating them with any olive oil as well? I mean, they seem like they've really got a nice moisture to them. So, I mean, and would you also recommend doing what you did and maybe giving them a quick shock on a grill as well? How, to sort of really give it that nice little charredness to it as well, to give it an alternative way of doing this?
Yeah, for sure. I would definitely say if you have a grill on hand, that's a great way to go too. It's going to give it a little bit more flavor. It's going to, give it a little bit more of that dramatic color for sure. This is going to toast up nice no matter what you do with it.
Yeah, and one other last thing I see a lot of people do all the time is putting croissants in presses. And I always say to them, that for me personally, it's not one, no matter what the croissant is made out of. The press for me doesn't really do it as far as because of the actual flakiness texture of it. So I mean, I definitely recommend people trying it in this perspective, grilling it, toasting it, doing it before experimenting that press side of it, so they get that full effect of what I got when I tasted it.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, press is always great, but you're right. You're really, what's happening is the flake. You're missing the flake. You're missing the airiness. Grilling it or pan grilling it, you're going to preserve some of that interior, and you're going to get that really, really nice open cell structure and all of that awesome texture happening. And it's still like super flaky. I don't know if you can tell, but someone's going to be real mad with all the flakiness on the floor today. So.
Kevin's been eating them all day. He definitely can tell.
Listen, guilty secret, if they last a couple days in our house, and there are very few croissants that can do that in general. But yeah, that little grilling or whatever freshens them up. It's like they just came out of the oven. Like it's just, yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't last my house. For a croissant.
Good show, Catherine.
Thanks, Catherine.
Beautiful.
All right, let's go over to Jordana. Back to Jordana. Here we go.
Hey, Jordana.
Oh, just wait. Okay. Oh, you're muted, Jordana.
Can you? No, she's muted on. There.
Sorry, guys. I was muted. I apologize. I was muted in two places, so that doesn't really help. Thank you for your patience. So now I wanted to show you one other recipe using the Just Egg folded patty. So again, I have it right here. It comes kind of sleeved, and I have heated it up. I'm going to do a breakfast burrito. Sounds like a few of us are doing breakfast burritos, which is actually really cool because we could, with a little more time, we could have probably cross-utilized and used each other's products, which is pretty awesome. So I'm just heating up my tortilla on my flat top here. I just have it on low. I have some shredded vegan mozzarella. That's going to go into my burrito. I have some ground crumble. This is a meatless ground crumble. And what I've done is, as I was heating it, I just added some salsa. Any kind of salsa, mild, medium, hot, chipotle, really anything that you have or you like. And that's going to give it a little bit of moisture, but it's also going to give it, obviously, a ton of flavor. Then I have some frozen avocado that is diced. So this is a frozen avocado product. Just put a little bit of seasoning on it, a little bit of lime juice to kind of freshen it. Then I have some roasted potatoes. I could definitely use a shredded from Basic American, or I could have used really any of the beautiful Basic American products. And then I'm going to just put my burrito together, a little more salsa, a little cheese. So I have my warmed flour tortilla. I have some vegan sour cream with some ancho. So that's just to give it a little bit more of that Southwest taste. I'm going to be generous because, why not? All of our calories in one meal, followed off by a croissant, one of Catherine's croissants. And then I'm going to put some of my vegan shredded mozz. So many great vegan cheeses now on the market. Years ago, you really had very little choice. Now there's so many different choices out there, which is really cool. Then we're going to add some of the meatless crumble that's been heated up. Again, my tortilla is quite big, so if you think I'm being super generous, you are right. I am making a king burrito. Then I have my Just Egg patty. So I just heated up on the stovetop, but again, you could do it in the microwave, the toaster. You could put it in the oven. I'm gonna do again my little Subway triangle there. Couple of potatoes. You could do rice instead of the potatoes if you prefer, or you can leave it out.
Jordana, sorry to
yeah.
interrupt. We just got a comment from Beyonce here. She also said that could be a queen burrito. Just in case you're.
Oh yeah. You know what? In fact, I think that's a great idea. It should be a queen burrito. It is the queen making it here. So really, who said it had to be king size? I love that. Okay, so the avocado. It's true. It's funny how many things you say and then you look back and you go, "Yep, should have gendered that, made that a little bit more."
I just wanted to say Beyonce. It's nothing. I wasn't offended.
No, I love it. I love it. Okay, my avocado, and then I'm just going to put a little bit of salsa. And today I'm just using a chipotle salsa. You could use any of the Casa Solana salsas that are beautiful products, or any salsa that you have. And then I'm going to wrap it up.
Can I just encourage people that are on the call too, like that don't do a lot of social media, get a beautiful picture of that open. Like they do cut up nice and they look nice in a profile, but another opportunity for creating content in a photo op. That looked beautiful before you even wrapped it up.
Thanks, Kevin. You were 2 seconds too late. I'll make another one while I'm watching the other participants. I'll make another one for you guys. And then I'm just going to put it back on my flat top here. All that's doing is just putting some heat through it, melting my cheese a little bit, giving it that crispiness. The Just Egg product and really all the products in this burrito go very well in a takeout variety. Breakfast burritos are kind of big. I like them because, again, super customizable. So, if your kid doesn't want to eat anything but cheese and the egg, which is what my kids would order, then, you can do that. You can add some veggies in it, and usually they won't notice. But it's really customizable, so it's really, really nice. And then, again, you're using all vegan products. You have a completely plant-based vegan breakfast burrito.
Jordana, how does that Just Egg julienne, like thin wise? Can you get really nice thin slices from that product as well?
Yeah, you definitely can. Here, let me show you because
please,
I like that. Thank you for that beautiful. Yeah.
Especially
So again,
cultures there's a lot of cultures sometimes make eggs out of noodles, for soups and so forth. And
definitely, yeah, we use this product. It's not so brunchy, but we've done, a pad thai with this on top, or a fried rice. So it really, although eggs are, generally breakfasty, it really crosses the category into different meal types. So, it gives you kind of that. Now, I didn't do it quite thin enough for a noodle, but you can see the cell structure in it. It's fluffy. It's beautiful. It has a little bit of a seasoning, and almost like a little bit of an onion seasoning, and it makes it super, super flavorful. We're really extra excited about this product. I can't help but
look at that and think about passing it through some light flour of some sort and trying to fry it and see if it crisped up too.
Yeah, I love that idea.
Yeah, I mean, why not? It looks like it would work beautifully. Look at that.
Yeah, I love that idea. That's great. Thank you.
Yeah, no, that could be nice.
Awesome.
Thanks, Jordana.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Let's go over to Brian. Brian, we'll unmute you there. There we go.
We good. This is burrito number 2. We're actually making a brunch burrito, but we are going to do some infused potatoes and refried beans. So you're thinking to yourself, how do you infuse a potato? Well, what we're using is the Sysco Classic Golden Grill Hash Browns by Basic American Foods. I'm going to hold this up to the camera. The biggest wrap is we only use real potatoes. This is real potatoes. First ingredient, potatoes. We just take the water out of it, ship it to you, and now I'm going to show you how you add water to it, but also infuse the product. So what I'm using is, I'm just going to open up the box. I am using a Tabasco Chipotle hot sauce. I'm going to take the lid off, and I'm going to add the entire bottle. So this is about 5 ounces of the hot sauce into the potatoes, and what will happen is I'm going to add water to this as well. And water right here. Typically it's hot water, but for demonstration purposes only, the water got a little bit chilled. You add the water exactly to the line on the top of the carton. Seal it up like so. And after 30 minutes, you have Chipotle infused hash browns.
Wow.
Really, really cool. You can see the smoky flavor. carries through to the hash brown. They are grill ready. You could grill them for a side dish for brunch, or as you're going to see, we're going to use them as a component in this burrito build. All right. So that handles sort of the infusion of the potatoes. Now I'm going to get into the refried beans. This is our seasoned vegetarian refried beans. And again, it's a very, very simple process. We're essentially going to open up the top. So pour the dry product into the pan. As you can see, take water, pour the water over top, and 25 minutes, 25 minutes, that'll come together, and you'll have ready to serve refried beans. All right. So why is this an important burrito? I think there's two things. Number one, according to Data Essentials, 46% more people are eating more beans. So they're asking for more beans. They're looking. There's a 5% increase in bean incidence on the menu, which we think this will be a great fit for that. And as far as the hash brown side of it goes, which is why I really like this recipe, 58% of the people that are enjoying hash browns say they like them as an ingredient on a sandwich or in a burrito. So as you're out there looking for, brunch ideas and plant-based protein ideas with the beans and the hash browns, you can make a lot more of your diners happy. So I'm going to get into the build of the burrito.
Take that, Ryan.
There you go. Thank you, Catherine. Appreciate it. So I don't have the super duper massive one like the previous demonstration did, but I've just got your traditional 10-inch. This is a flour tortilla. I'm just going to start off with a little smear of refried beans. And I like to put that refried beans on the base because it provides a good structure to build the burrito, and it'll heat a little more evenly when we do put it in the pan. The next thing that I'm going to add are some of the hash browns, and I'm just going to put that in the hand so you can see that. Is there anything better than a crispy hash brown? I mean,
no.
They are addictive, I tell you.
No offense to anybody else. Just let's not argue. Let's just not argue with the facts, okay?
None taken.
Hey Brian, those beans, or would you when you're taking those are frozen? You said, like, correct?
No, that's a dry product, chef.
Oh, it's a dry product. Sorry, yeah. I didn't catch that. Great.
Yeah, it's a dry product. Good question. I'm sorry if I wasn't clear enough, but yeah, it's a dry product. You just basically open it up and add hot water, like you say, 20-25 minutes. They're ready to go. Yeah.
Would you season the hot waters as well sometimes? I mean, could people be mixing a tremendous amount of herbs to spice those up while they sit in there?
You could, absolutely. You could use fresh herbs. You could use cilantro in there. Basically, the sky's the limit around it. Yeah. The water is going to help certainly to release the oils, in the herbs. And then as it's refreshing, that's going to draw that into the bean. It's very, very flavorful.
Yummy.
Yeah.
Love it.
Absolutely. Great question. But I'm also going to add some pico on here as well. And then I'm just going to top it off with a little, I have some egg whites that I cooked up a little earlier while we were in break. A little different paste, different than just a scrambled egg. A little egg white on there, certainly a little healthier as well. And then I'm just going to hit it with some cheddar cheese.
Brian, try to move it a little bit more to the edge because the thing. Yeah, there you go. A little out more. Yeah.
How's that?
There you go. That's beautiful.
Good. So then basically we're just going to take and open that up. Burrito, nice chunky burrito. And I'm going to take that, put it into my pan here, just to brown that off. Through the miracle of television, I actually had one made up ahead of time so that we could try to keep the show on time. But this is what it looks like. We paired it up with a little bit of guacamole and some sour cream, a little garnish of some scallions and cilantro and a bed of lettuce.
Beautiful. Good show.
Well done. Well done.
Very, cool. Very nice plate.
Yum.
Thank you very much.
Those beans really look like they have a nice moisture to them. I mean, I've done this in the past with some of these burrito types where I've taken them and slice them and put them in the fridge for a few hours to sort of dry up just a bit, as crazy as that may sound, and then gave them a quick egg wash and then fried them on both sides and served them with a little bit of salads. It's really delicious.
That
Sure,
sounds
those
great.
beans. Yeah, and it's great. I mean, you really make a lot of nice markup on your one burrito. You can get 3 meals out of it with some salad, but those beans, I'm sure, would work beautiful for that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. No doubt. Very versatile product.
Love it.
Awesome stuff. Let's go over to Chef Martin. Thanks, Brian.
Thanks for your time, everyone.
Chef, let me just unmute you before you start.
I did the 4 plates earlier. Again, even for the pizza, for an egg bene, or if you want to do a steak and egg burger or a poutine, it's really easy to do anything using the plant-based options we have or we're talking about today. Also using the instant hollandaise sauce. And I just want to show you how the sauce will look like after a few minutes. And same thing for the plant-based mix. It's really like ground meat. So it's really, both items are easy to use, and don't limit yourself. Use them anywhere.
Really beautiful. Really nice. Martin, would you also season those a lot and kind of layer them to marinate sort of
Yeah,
ingredients? I mean, I could be imagining like vegetable carpaccio slices of layers of that stuff seasoned, you know, and then slicing it up. How would that work?
I'm not sure about a carpaccio because I will have to try. It's more like a
vegetables carpaccios, like it's slicing the vegetables. Yeah, very thin.
But we cannot really slice it. It's more like a crumble. So I think it would be nice.
I meant the sauce, not the sauce.
You're talking about the mix.
No, the sauce in front. Yes.
Yeah, that might be interesting. Yeah. Maybe to try to slice with some beets or any vegetable. We'll have to try.
Lovely.
All right. Thanks, Chef. We're going to move over to, who's next, Kev? Nathan?
We're heading over to Nathan next.
There with his Big Mac.
Oh, look at that. Boom.
Hey, you trying to get sued there?
We just got to take him off mute because he looks like.
Oh, God.
This is the finale and the mystery bill that I was referring to. I'll give you a quick description on what it is. It's utilizing the Beyond Meat breakfast sausage. Again, diversity of applications, so many different things you could utilize it for. This could almost be a breakfast sandwich for 2. Had a little fun with this and took a little liberty because I really don't see an impactful, sensational, monster type build breakfast sandwich out there anywhere. So I thought, well, let's have some fun with it, make a breakfast sandwich for 2. It's a 3-layer brioche French toast with 2 breakfast sausage rounds, poached egg, cheddar cheese, crispy potato pancake, and a creamy hollandaise sauce. So, of course, we're using a plant-based protein in this build, but you could absolutely convert this to a vegan type option using plant-based eggs, just eggs, and also a Daya cheese or something in that realm as well. It's very easily transformed into a vegan option. But again, flexitarians love products like this as they're gravitating towards more plant-based conclusions, and wanted to be all-encompassing there. For this is a great option for utilizing Beyond Meat, marketing initiative. I call it Go Beyond Breakfast Sandwich. You can use it as a feature sandwich with impact in marketing, social media. Portion of sandwich sales go to charitable initiatives like Earth Month. It's a great, impactful differentiator in my mind.
That's huge.
Man, that's incredible.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Awesome stuff here. I got so many buttons open, Kevin.
Okay, off to Emily. Off to Emily.
All right. Let's go. Where's Catherine?
It feels like an unfair advantage, Emily. All I can smell is Brador pastry right now. It's weird.
Yeah.
Just gotta unmute it now.
I'm all over the place.
You're on.
All right, awesome. So I actually have 2 more vegan ideas for you guys, but one's a sweet and one's a savory. But why save sweet until the end of your brunch? Why not have it right in between? So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys my next idea here. It is for a coconut cream pie vegan croissant. So me personally, I can eat coconut cream pie all day, every day. It's perfect for birthdays. It's perfect for Christmas. It's perfect for Wednesdays. So how do we bring this to our vegan friends? So I found a great recipe for a vegan coconut pastry cream. Really simple: coconut milk, sugar, and cornstarch. And then once that's set, you can just go ahead and lighten it with cocoa whip. So that's what I went ahead and did. And you've got this really lovely, fluffy, I don't know if you guys can see it. I have a little bit left in here. So it's a really nice, fluffy filling, but it's got some body to it. So what that means is it's going to hold up for a little while. So again, I'm just taking our straight vegan croissant here, and I'm going to top cut it. So instead of, again, using your serrated knife and trying to guess how deep to go, you can just go ahead and use your scissors. So I'm just going to go ahead, top cut this. And then once we've got an opening here, I'm just going to go ahead and pipe in our coconut cream pie filling, if my scissors would work. There we go. Okay.
The good news, Emily, is at least you can find the scissors in your house.
But it's me, Catherine.
Catherine.
I know, it's me, Catherine. So I'm just going ahead and I'm swirling this into the top cut. So we've got this really generous filling.
Beautiful.
And then, because, it's kind of like, okay, there's some filling in a croissant. So what do we do with that? I always say you got to make sure people know what they're eating. So I'm just going to go ahead and give this a little bit of a glaze on the sides here and sprinkle some coconut on top, some nice toasted unsweetened coconut. And I say unsweetened because we've got so many different things happening here. We've got the awesome croissant. We've got this really, decadent filling. And, if we add a sweetened coconut, it's going to kind of pull away. Sometimes sweetened coconut's a little bit cloying and it's, it doesn't really fit very well. So always with unsweetened. But then you need some texture. You need a little more texture. So I've got some sponge toffee here, right here, that we made. And it makes for a really nice addition on top. Gives you that crunchy, crispy texture, that caramelized flavor. And then that's it. Just top it with a little bit of mint. And you've got this very interesting, very classic, but a throwback to classic desserts. Everyone loves coconut cream pie. So why not a coconut cream pie croissant? It's different, but it's not so different that people can't recognize it and aren't attracted to it. So great way to go for a Sunday brunch dessert.
Well, that was beautiful.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's what I want.
And I have to tell you, this holds up so well. To make this, even if it goes into a pastry cabinet, I've made this, I've gone back to it the next day, and the filling is, holds up really well. The croissant holds up really well. It's just super, super decadent.
Yeah, and it's super easy to training purposes as well. I mean, once you have that stuff set up the way you just did and teach employees or even at home just to have this set up and garnish it up. I mean, it's just have a scissor on hand, of course. But yeah, I love it. I love the simplicity of it.
That's awesome. So let's round up here because we're running out of time, and we're a little bit over, but that's because it's so good. So awesome. So thanks so much, Catherine. Kevin feels bad now.
I am so sorry I got your name wrong, Catherine.
It's okay. I understand.
not.
I understand. No, it's okay. Don't be hard on yourself. It's okay.
No more croissants for you, Kevin.
I know. I was eating it. Yes.
That's awesome. Alrighty, so we got some people in the green room here. We're gonna kick you guys out just because we have only so much space. So Ralph, if you guys are looking at your computer, it's just me booting you guys out. Come back in a few minutes. We're just running a little bit behind. But we're going to go to desserts. Going to run a quick commercial. Come back. Thanks everyone on Plant-Based Ideas. Wicked stuff here. I apologize. I'm pushing so many buttons back here, Kevin. I don't know what's going on.
Hey, Jay, it's all good. I just want to state we had somebody from the JFK Airport, Montreal, San Francisco, Seattle, Washington, Hamilton, Raleigh, North Carolina. Folks, you did an amazing job. Thanks so much for supporting us.
Yes, bravo, bravo.
Outstanding. Awesome stuff. So we're going to break, and we'll be back with dessert ideas for brunch, which is like, I don't know.
See you soon.
Kevin, you've had a few already, right?
Yeah, I've still got some left, though. Don't worry.
You have some left? All right. Well, we're going to run back. We'll be right back, everyone, in a few seconds, and we'll be into desserts. Here we go.
See you in a bit.
In any kitchen, true flavor matters most. It's about bringing real ingredients forward. It's about delivering consistent flavor. It's about being true to your taste. Your professional bases start with real ingredients, balanced to perfection. Adding a layer of depth and richness to every dish you serve. All it takes is one taste compared to the competition to understand the difference true flavor-forward bases can make. That means you can trust every dish you braise, glaze, sear, and finish is truly yours. Only Knorr professional bases deliver true flavor you can taste. Taste for yourself. Request your free sample today.
All righty. So I think we got everyone here. Welcome, everyone. Kev, are you still there?
Yes, this is so exciting to have a new group.
There's new group.
Hey, guys.
I mean, some people we've seen before, but there's probably lots of people tuning in that have never seen any of these people before.
I know.
All good.
And, that's, by the way, Kev, that's Catherine. Up in the
Yes. Thank you. This group didn't need to know that I butchered her name too. Can we just leave? Can we just leave it in session one?
Awesome stuff. So let's go around and find out what we're going to be seeing today when it comes to brunch desserts. So let's unmute Carmen here. Welcome, Carmen.
Hi, everyone. My name is Carmen Mack, and I'm from Rich Products. Today, I'm going to talk to you about donuts. I know you guys saw donuts last week for brunch ideas. We're going to focus a little bit more on dessert with like a spin on brunch as well. I have here with me our regular yeast donut, our apple fritter, and our brand new churro donut. Really unique product. These come in par fried. So I'm going to show you some cool ideas with stacked strawberry shortcake, a stuffed French toast, and a play on a Mexican churro dessert.
That's awesome.
I'll be right over.
Hey, Chef, you know this next guest. Thanks, we'll be back. You know this
Hey, Jeanette.
Hey, how are you, Chef?
I'm all right. Where's the puppy?
So far, he's hidden away in the background. So let's not jinx it, because he likes to get in the middle of things. I was prepping yesterday, Chef, and he left it alone all day. And at the end of the day, he got up on the counter and ate what I was making. So it's all fresh samples now.
Doggy treadmill.
Kevin, by the way, you can call me Fred if you need to. All good.
Will do.
So today we are going to have some fun with cake. In my household, I think I said this to you guys last week when we were here, brunch includes dessert, always. So we're actually going to take some cake and we're going to make some main meals with the cake items. So we've got a couple great ideas. We're going to griddle up some banana cake, and we're going to get a twist on those hearty bowls that are out and so hugely popular right now. So yeah, we're going to have some fun.
Can't wait.
Yum, yum.
And here is Catherine. We are so excited to have you back.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just in the midst of changing over here. So I'm going to show everyone how to make monkey bread with croissants, our all butter croissant. And then I'll show everyone how to make little dessert cups using our all butter Danish dough as a base.
Nice.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. Let's get over to Carmen there. Carmen, let's get into donuts. Everyone loves donuts for breakfast.
Show you guys is a stacked strawberry shortcake using a donut as the base. So I've already pre-cut donuts. You can go as high as you want. I'm just using 3 halves. And I pre-cut these. So I'm just going to stack this on the bottom. What I'm going to be using right now is our on top, which is a great stable product, especially for if you're doing takeout or just for the visual appeal. You can really build up really high products and it's very stable. So, you know, when it's on the pass, by the time it gets to your customer's table or by the time it gets to the customer's house, it's still going to look exactly the same way. And, you know, we all eat with our eyes. So that's a huge plus. So I'm just going to go ahead and pipe some on. I've pre-made some compote. This is just simple strawberry compote. Just going to get that right on.
Beautiful.
And I'm going to do a layer of donut. I'm going to do another layer of topping. Again, you want to build this really nice and high. So much of it is like visual appeal. We eat with our eyes so much. Gonna get that right there. I'm gonna stack that on top. I'm just gonna finish this off with some icing sugar. Top it with some fresh strawberries. A little bit of mint. That's nice and high. Wow. Great visual appeal for your customers. And again, it's about the stability of the product, right? You can build things nice and high. Someone's carrying this to your table. People see it and they're like, wow, that is a nice, beautiful, and high dessert.
I love it, Carmen. And you know what's nice about these kind of desserts too, you said about walking to the table. Sometimes it's all about the show and having, you know, making a variety of sauces for them, having that waiter just pour it on, oozing with some kind of sauce on top of it as they serve it to the customer too. It's a nice little touch as well, right? I mean, everyone loves that.
Yeah, so much of it is just the fun or being able to take a picture or a video of it. Like we all, you know, some of us live on Instagram and on social media and we see all these cool things and we're like, well, I want that. Like it looks great.
Yeah, I love it. Really nice. Really.
I know we're not necessarily in this time everywhere yet, but when we all get to eat together again in the restaurant, one thing we've always encouraged people to do is do a slow walk around the restaurant with that. Make sure everybody sees that before it gets to the table, because that everyone's gonna be like, I want one of those.
1,000%.
Kevin, you know what we used to do? We used to do that, and then we accidentally go up to a table and is like, "Did you order this?"
Put it in front of their face.
With wine all the time with a bottle of wine.
Jay, I'm going to dinner with you then.
Right? We used to put them in the well. We used to put them in the well, and they'd be dripping bottles of wine with water all of them. You walk over to the table and say, "Did you order this?" No, but right. So
yeah, and you know, in Europe we're really big on these table flambe effects as well. I mean, that's the thing. Sort of alcohols that burn out quickly. We don't want to burn the restaurants down, but you know, playing with that idea as well, mentioning about someone getting those visuals in a dining room, I'll have what they're having kind of thing. You know, and that's also a nice thing to play with these kind of desserts.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome stuff. All right, so we over to Jeanette?
To Jeanette.
Thanks, Carmen. Jeanette's hanging out there.
I'm hanging out. I'm doing some prep ahead here as I listen in. So, you know what? Today, as I said, we're going to take some of those favorite cake items and we're going to put them in that main course. It doesn't just have to be for dessert. Let's start crossing over. One of the first ones that I want to show you today is a twist on one of those hearty bowls. We know we are putting bowls together with these amazing ingredients. So I started this one off with a little scoop of, or maybe a big scoop, we'll see, of some Greek yogurt. So a great first start. And for this, we're going to use 2 of our crumbles, our triple berry crumble and our apple crumble. So a great mix of berries in that triple berry crumble, and of course that sweetness in the apple crumble. I've taken up the berry crumble here. I've already kind of sliced it up. I'm just going to add it to the bowl, kind of bite-sized pieces. I've got a slice of the apple crumble as well. For those cake lovers out there using our products, we refer to it as a 48 cut, meaning you're going to get about 48 even slices or even pieces per sheet of cake. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of add that to the bowl. I'm definitely kind of separating out this idea. These are no different than grabbing that muffin, right? Don't think of it as unhealthy. Amazing, good flavors, clean ingredients. We're going to add in a little bit of blueberry just to make this beautiful. Add in some pecan, either whole, halved, even candied would probably be, that'd be my choice, of course. A little extra sweetness never hurt anybody. I've got some pumpkin seeds I'm adding in, some slivered almonds. You've got some great crunch, some amazing ingredients. And last but not least, some pumpkin seeds. I'm just kind of adding in there as well. So these, and then, you know, you'd finish this off with a little drizzle of maple syrup.
Oh.
Nice, Jeff.
That is yum, yum, boy. Yum.
I just want to say, and I think maybe the chefs on the call, they knew where you were going with this. It was a delight when you started. I had no idea what you were doing. And then all of a sudden you have this spectacular, I mean, I think the term on the non-dessert side would be a power bowl. You've made this dessert power bowl. And it just, again, I love the deconstructed. I just love everything about it.
And I love that you're using a nice sized bowl, exactly what it's called. I mean, you know, you want room in a dish eating something like this. There's nothing that's, you know, sometimes it's all about that space and how we eat it, because that's what makes it more enjoyable. So really good call on that one.
This one can appeal to so many people, and it allows, you know, whoever the person who's going to get this dish to kind of mix it up as they want. Every bite's different. And, you know, amazing combination of sweet. There's some tart in there with not only the triple berry crumble, but with the yogurt. So definitely some amazing flavor combos going on there.
Yeah, you're always going to get that guy that likes to mix everything up, right?
Absolutely.
You know what? It's all about how you like to eat your egg, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, so definitely lots of fun there. And I think this one might be lunch for me when we're done. So all set.
Nice.
Oh, that is lovely. Yum.
I'm going to start grilling up for the next one. So I'll get ready here in the background as you switch over.
On to Catherine.
I'm
just going to keep saying that over and over and over.
It's okay, really. I understand.
Weeping in my croissants here.
No, don't do that. Don't weep in your croissants. Don't use them as tissues. So we wanted to show everyone today how you can multi-purpose your croissant. Sometimes we kind of get stuck in this idea that croissants are very one-dimensional. It's a breakfast item. It's for chicken or tuna salad or a ham sandwich. But what else can we do with it without, you know, killing ourselves in labor? So one of the fun things that we've come up with is monkey bread. So it's super easy, super straightforward. I've got 6 croissants here that are just from the freezer. So they're a little bit thawed, not too thawed. So you can kind of let them thaw to that midway point, but you don't want them super thawed because then it's going to be difficult to cut them. So now I'm just going to go ahead and cut these up just into any size piece. Really, it doesn't need to be all the same size. It just needs to be cut up. So nice and simple. And so you can see how easy it is to cut these up when they've been thawed for about that 5-10 minute mark.
You know, I can't help but see those nice cubes like that and getting the idea of also rolling these up in, you know, we have breaded seeds and so forth, and any kind of ingredient that a person likes to coat those with prior to even baking them off in those bits and making little bite-sized trays of hors d'oeuvres for guests and people that come in and just have a nice variety of different coatings.
Absolutely. And that's a great point, Chef. So these croissants, they are pre-proofed and pre-egg washed. So sorry, I should have started with that. So these are perfectly proofed. They come to you pre-proofed and pre-egg washed. What's great about this, and to your point, Chef, is really just 5-10 minutes out at room temperature. And you can see, I don't know if you guys can pick it up, but you can see
I felt that, and I felt that stickiness that occurs immediately, which is what really inspired me for doing that. That
exactly. And nice and then go ahead, roll it in seeds, roll it in coarse sugar, turn it into something else completely different. When we think about completely different, we often think, oh my gosh, we have to like totally reinvent this. That's not the case. Sometimes we just need to give it a little tweak, a little adjustment, and take that classic and turn it into a brand new item.
And most of the times, these are those kind of coatings that people have in their households. So,
exactly. Easy, poppy seeds, sesame seeds, exactly. So I just sprinkled the cubes with some cinnamon sugar. So just a little bit of cinnamon, a whole lot of sugar. Cinnamon will stick to this really quickly. And I'm just tossing around the cubes here. So next I'm going to take probably my favorite tool in the kitchen, a jumbo muffin tin. We use these for everything. They're fantastic. So you can go ahead and spray these beforehand. In fact, I strongly suggest you do spray the muffin tin, even if it is Teflon coated like this or non-stick. I would give it a good spray anyway, or butter it. More butter, always, no, can't go wrong with more butter, right? So now I'm just going to go ahead and just fill these with the cubes. So you want this to be fairly full, and it's approximately 1 croissant per muffin tin here. Okay, so there, that's done. And over here, I've got a sauce that I've made, and it is just brown sugar, butter, and cream. And I'm going to pour this over until this is just about full. Okay. Now, when you pop this in the oven, I strongly, strongly advise that this goes onto a baking sheet because this will overflow. It will become ooey gooey. Oops, it just overflowed. So definitely it's got to go on a baking sheet. So, and we'll say that this is going into the oven right now, but I've got some finished product right here for everyone to see.
beautiful.
So here we have our monkey bread. I made this a little bit earlier. And this is a great dessert. It's super satisfying. It's indulgent. It's what everyone wants on a brunch. They want something that's satisfying, that's indulgent. Here's a little creme anglaise on the bottom of your plate, just for a little contrast. And then let's see, I like the looks of this one here, so we're gonna put that on. And then I've got a little bit more caramel sauce here that I'm just gonna spoon over top because why not, right? I love caramel sauce.
They're beautiful.
And then, just because, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna scoop some ice cream on top here.
Just because.
Just because it's Sunday and you know you made it through the week, so why stop here? Put a little ice cream on top.
Now, Catherine, I can't help when I was watching you put those in those forms. I mean, I love the idea of using parchment paper also and making parchment paper molds individually, you know, and also it looks nice when it arrives at a table with that around, or just for holding it all that together. I cooked them on parchment paper yesterday, and I just love the way they just slide right off of that. And when you were filling that up by doing those molds, individual higher molds with parchment paper, really could really be a beautiful alternative also to playing with this cut up procedure of the product.
Absolutely. That's a great way to elevate exactly that. You know, we're taking something that we have and we're elevating it, and it's little touches like that that just, you know, add to the elevation, and it just makes people happy. They feel like they've been really considered and taken care of, and they're getting something extremely special. So I love that idea for sure, for sure.
Fantastic.
So
Very nice.
here's our finished dessert here. So croissant monkey bread, something you have in the freezer already. Make it an amazing decadent dessert for Sunday.
Yum.
Goodness gracious.
No. Now what am I going to do with this?
Kev, you okay? You okay, Kev?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, we have Carmen. Carmen, you're back.
Perfect. So next I want to show you guys a stuffed apple fritter French toast. So I'm using our French toast product. Our apple fritter product. You can either stuff it inside or you can slice it in half and fill it with whatever you'd like. I used our cream cheese icing. It comes in a bag, so really easy to use. Just cut the tip off and you can either squeeze in whatever you want or you can use this as a drizzle for the product later. So I've gone ahead and made the French toast, just filled it in with the cream cheese, put it in some French toast batter, and pan fried that right up. What I've also got on this is some caramelized apple. Just gonna go ahead and put that on top as well.
Look at that.
Right. And then next, I'm going to put on some topping. Again, really build that up nice and high. Got some caramel that I'm going to drizzle across. And what I've also got here is a apple cinnamon streusel topping, just to give it that nice, beautiful crunch. And again, you can drizzle more cream cheese if you'd like.
Yes.
Really easy.
I never actually stopped drizzling in my head, but yeah.
So again, and then I'm also missing some maple syrup that you can pour right on there. Got a nice little plate for it. Again, like we talked about visuals, right? Or like just completing something at the table when they're sitting there, right? It gives them that extra pizzazz, whether it's just a simple sauce or a simple compote that they can put on. But it makes the diner feel like they're involved in the process. And again, I know I keep referring to Instagram or social media. People just love taking a video of things being poured on. I get it. I love it.
Slow-mos.
Oh, perfect. And the other thing about this one is, so it's a warm French toast, right? So it has all that cheese, that cream cheese filling in there. So I'm just going to show you the way that it just oozes out. And I wish I could feed you through the screen.
We do too.
I can't. You can come right over. I'm just in Woodbridge. So
Yes.
just cut that right open and you have that cream cheese that oozes out. So you get bites of fresh apple, you get some cream cheese, you get the caramel, you get all those flavors in there. So it makes for a beautiful, center of the plate or dessert portion.
That is really beautiful. And one thing a lot of people use, and I like the fruit idea with all these accompanying things, and people sometimes also forget you have certain vegetables that once they're caramelized and sweetened up and become sort of in that dessert sweet family can also be nice accompanying items for these kind of cakes and so forth as well, which is really, really nice. Really beautiful. Hi, guys.
I have one more dessert, but I can wait to show that after, or I can go ahead right now.
Well, sorry, we'll come back. I was having a conversation by myself.
It's okay. Jeanette looks like she's ready.
Jeanette. Hey, you want to go, Jeanette? Jeanette's ready. We'll come back.
I'd like to hear her though.
Yes.
Would you, Kev? You want to call her something else, Kev?
Can we hear me now?
We can hear you now.
Nice. I gotta learn some more sign language. It's all good. It's part of the fun today. So next recipe takes us with a little crossover. We're gonna actually griddle some Nana's banana cake. So I'm gonna just bring this one up so you can take a look at this one. This is Grandma's banana cake, full of walnuts as well, and a cream cheese icing. So this one I like to lovingly refer to as my twist on the Elvis. I've actually got some that I've been griddling up here in the background. Nice and warm to go on the plate. And I'll show you this one here, just kind of grilled up. It actually kind of melts that icing just that little bit, kind of makes it ooze right in there to the cake. Throwing some around there for the dogs too, by the look of it. They're gonna love me later. So there it is there, kind of just stack it up beautifully. A lot of our cakes will lend well to kind of that warm application. A lot are good cold, and even better when we warm them up. So for this one, we're gonna add a little scoop of peanut butter, because it wouldn't be the Elvis without that. We are going to add some sauteed bananas. I wish you could smell this right now. I wish we had smell-o-vision. We don't. So I'm gonna just toss those bananas on top. And just create, again, this is a dish that, would take the extra round through the dining room, hopefully. And if not, even it takes a round through your living room right now, that's okay too. We're gonna add a little bit of bacon crumble, because again, why not? I'm gonna go with a little bit of caramel sauce this time, and my bananas are just about to fall over. See, falling over on that peanut butter.
That's okay. It still looks beautiful from here.
So a little bit of caramel, maybe a lot of caramel. And then, of course, what isn't better with that little bit of extra more bacon? I'm just going to garnish it with that. And you've got yourself a very decadent, lovely brunch meal.
Oh, I love it. I love that savory, that bacon. Oh.
Yeah. Well, a little sweet, a little savory, right?
Absolutely. That balance is just going to, I could taste it. I mean, it's just offsets that sweetness, that saltiness. Really beautiful.
The aromas in here are amazing right now, Chef. So yeah, fun ideas, tons of potential application.
Talk about a hunka burning banana bread.
Who called that? That was going to be
say that 3 times. I love it.
Awesome.
Really beautiful.
All right, thanks, Jeanette. Let's go over to Catherine. Catherine, those I have. Those I had.
Oh. So our next dessert that we're going to show everyone is our all butter Danish cup. So again, this is one of those, pastries that you have in your freezer, and you're serving it during the week as a Danish. This is very typical of how we would see it. Either filled with jam in the center or cheese, whatever. But we're all used to seeing it like that. But there's so much more that you can do with this, especially this product, because this comes to you unfilled. It's a plain Danish. It's pre-proofed, pre-egg washed again, so very easy to use. But the great thing about this is these little folds in the center, they're not pressed down at all. So you can actually lift them and open up the Danish into a pastry. Into a flat pastry. So
well, I got those, Catherine, yesterday. I have not had a chance to dig into those yet. Now that you just told me that, I can't wait to play with
this. There's so much that you can do with this. You can turn this into a completely different savory product. You can turn it into a dessert, which we're going to do. But it's got so much that you can do with it. So so I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and it's really easy. You just find the first fold that is on top, and then you just open it, and then you just keep going. And what you should have is more of a rectangle shape. Now, this is a little sticky because it's a little warm in here, but otherwise, if you let this sit at room temperature for about 15 to 20 minutes until it's thawed but still cold, then you're good to go. Or if you're planning ahead, you can actually take this out the night before, pop it in the fridge, cover it well, and then off to the races. And it's like very easy to handle, very easy to pull apart. So I've gone ahead and pulled it apart. Now we have this nice pre-proofed rectangle of dough. And I'm gonna bring out my friend the muffin tin again, because like I said, we love using the muffin tin here. And again, this is just a little sticky. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the muffin tin. And I'm really not doing much to it. I'm just letting it sit in here the way it naturally would. There's no need for anyone to feel like they have to roll it, that they have to press it in, nothing like that. It's very simple and straightforward. I'm going to do 2 here, and you can see how easy it is for me to open this up.
Now, those are defrosting 100%, Catherine? They are.
Correct, yes.
if they're not fully defrosted, you're going to wind up pulling the layers apart and having chunks. So, you know, you do have to have a little patience with the thawing part of it. But again, putting them in the fridge overnight and letting them thaw that way, you're good to go. It's going to be like the perfect texture for you to pull them apart and open them up. Okay. So now we've got this little cup in here, and it's really up to you at this point what you want to fill it with. So one of my favorite and most simple things to fill it with is a vanilla pastry cream. And so I'm just going to fill this about 2/3 of the way up. And I'm going to add a couple of chocolate chips in here and just mix it up. This is so simple and so basic, but it is so indulgent. You get this very creamy, very luscious, you know, pastry cream filling with swirls of chocolate in it. And so easy to do. And so I'm just going to close up the top a little bit here, but I'm not pressing everything together because we want to let it vent a little bit. We want some of that steam to go somewhere. And then I'm going to go ahead and put some of everyone's favorite hazelnut spread in the other one. And then a little bit of peanut butter, because this is like my favorite combination. And again, we've got this really ooey gooey decadent dessert. And from here, you can just go ahead, place it in the oven, and off you go. So I've got a few here. I've got a couple here that I've already done. And you can see how pretty these are. They're like little flowers, easy to reheat, make ahead, reheat, a la minute for customers. Very portable, very easy to take out. And then again, if you wanted to do just a little bit of a finishing touch here, you could glaze the outside, give it a nice shine. And this is a corn syrup, just a clear corn syrup and hot water mixture, 1-to-1. You can put a little bit of coarse sugar on top. Everyone loves coarse sugar. And then, you know, why not? A scoop of ice cream. I say, again, it is Sunday.
Yes.
I need to get a little freezer at my office desk so I can just whenever how about a scoop of ice cream?
I know. And then you also need to get a little portable oven so you can bake some fresh pastries to go with that, right?
Of course.
I've got one right here. Everyone needs this in their office.
Catherine, I love the idea, and I think I speak for most cooks and chefs out there and anyone who loves to be in the kitchen, is when you have a product that just has endless diversity. And I mean, like you said before, from savory to sweet, I mean, you could be filling that up with just about anything you want, from sloppy joes to just little vegetables and little cheese. I mean, there's just no end to what you could do when you have a product like that that's just going to come right back to life and keep its quality when it bakes. I love it.
Absolutely. It's super, it transcends all the parts, all the day parts. You can have it for breakfast. You can have it for lunch. We've even sold it as a sandwich carrier. Just bake it plain. Use it as like an ultra decadent sandwich carrier. But we're not talking about sandwiches here. We're talking about dessert. Absolutely. So there's so much you can do. Fill it with fresh berries and a little bit of cinnamon sugar, and you've got this awesome summer dessert, like a really warm, buttery berry cobbler almost. So many things that you can do with this.
Awesome.
Really
Let's go on to Carmen really quick here because we're not running out of time. We got all the time in the world, but our next guests are all itching there. Rick from Nestle's just dying there in his kitchen. So anyways, over to you, Carmen.
Perfect. I'll be quick. So last thing I'm going to demo is the churro donut. Really unique hybrid donut. It's got spongy. It's kind of like a hybrid between a cake and a sponge donut. So a really unique carrier there. Again, you can kind of serve it as is like this and just decorate on top, or you can turn it into a dessert. So again, these come in pre-fried. So all we have to do is warm it up in the oven or on the fryer or however you want for like 2 minutes and you're good to go. So I've gone ahead and heated these already. So what I'm going to do is I've already grilled some pineapples. So it's like grilled pineapples, churros, Mexican, and cinnamon sugar. Those all marry very well together. So I've just put that at the bottom of the plate so that you can really kind of see it. And then we're going to build on top of it with the churro donut. This is the portion where everyone gets really excited as well. I'm also going to add a scoop of ice cream on this one. Nice and high. I'm going to use dulce de leche because it'd be a crime not to.
Oh, yes.
On.
I probably would have cut the bag a little wider, but that's okay. For the sake of the dish, it's great job.
Next time, just get you a huge bowl. You can just eat it all with you.
There you go.
Look into my veins.
Perfect. Here I'm going to sprinkle on some cinnamon sugar, walnut, and graham crumb mixture, and that really, again, gives you that texture when you bite into it, that nice crunch with the ice cream, the churro, the pineapple. And here you go. That was really, really quick, but oops.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Kind of Mexican inspired churro dessert.
Oh, that looks really nice. And of course, you could take this and maybe use that scissor trick and cut them nice and openly and kind of do nice layers with those ingredients as well to give some diversity of presentation. Really beautiful. Really beautiful
stuff. Thanks so much, Carmen.
No problem.
Jeanette, you ready? Quick. Let's go over to Jeanette quick.
You know what? I'm just sitting here finishing up a trifle. That's the last thing that I had here on my plate. A quick, simple layered dessert, a great shareable option. This is a heck of a lot for me, but hey, it's me, myself, and I today. So I'm just doing up. This one's a strawberry shortcake, a little lemons and cream shortcake, some whipped cream, some candied lemons, a little butter tart crumble because why not? And ultimately, one of the many just decadent options that we can create using original cakery products.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do it. There you go.
I'm a trifle jealous right now. I'm just saying.
Good.
That is awesome. Well, we're going to wrap up this segment and go into our last one, takeout day ideas, because those poor folks are just itching to get in here. We got a packed house. Next one, really quick. We're going to run a quick commercial, but thank you so much for these dessert ideas for brunch. I think our customers in the restaurant industry are going to take some of these ideas, if not all of them, and place them somewhere to just give their guests some amazing experiences. So great stuff. Thanks again. So we're going to run a quick commercial. And
bye, ladies.
Thanks, everybody.
Back. Here we go.
At Lynch Foods, we're passionate about flavor. As a Canadian custom manufacturer, we've been developing high-quality products for our customers for over 80 years. Sauces, dressings, gravy and soup mixes, toppings and syrups for ice cream and milkshakes, all in packaging ranging from individual portions to retail and bulk formats. For food service, healthcare, or as industrial ingredients, our processing expertise, innovation kitchen, and research and development team partner to create and provide solutions.
There we go. We're back. And I feel bad because some of you have been here watching the whole show, so thanks again for your patience. We're running a little long, but that's okay. It's the social world. We don't really have anything else to do right now, I think, other than watch amazing ideas. And this is a great section because everyone's got takeout right now, and everyone needs brunch ideas for takeout. Like Chef, I've heard people doing brunch to go, and then people are going into parks, in their little bubble groups and having brunch together. And I think these ideas are going to be awesome.
Yeah, and also these ideas, easy eating, packaging sometimes also gives a big kick for all this as well. But I'm really excited to see what we're all going to be whipping up here.
Awesome. Well, let's get started. Let's go over to Rick here. My brother, Rick. What's going on, Rick?
Hey, how you doing, Jay? Good to be here today.
What are we going to see today?
So today, right now, I am going to be making you some chilaquiles. So a great little Mexican brunch breakfast idea here. And I'm going to be using some of my Miner's roasted garlic paste, the flavor concentrate, in the salsa verde, and then a couple of other Miners in a couple of drizzles. So pretty easy to do this chilaquiles recipe. You got tail tortillas, and you got your tortillas there ready to go. And over here, and then I made a salsa verde. So I got a salsa verde here.
Hey, Rick, we're going to come back to you. We're just going to do you get anxious.
No problem. No problem. So it's a
Hey,
nice
Chef, look at that
salsa
Ferrari
verde in
behind
there.
Look at that Ferrari there.
There we go. There we go. Moving fast.
All right, let's go
moving
to
fast.
Ralph.
You got it.
Been very patient. Let's go say hi to Ralph at Egg Solutions.
Thanks for having
Ralph,
me. Hello, I'm here.
Hey, Ralph.
Guys,
What are we seeing today?
We're going to see egg solutions. So egg solutions, basically value-added egg products. We're going to talk about hard-cooked peeled eggs because we know that everybody loves to boil and peel eggs. We're going to create a bacon lasagna, bacon egg lasagna, and we're also going to do some sliders, basically breakfast sliders. So we're going to have some good fun here.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Ralph.
Okay.
I love your shirt, though. Under that jacket.
Of course.
There we go.
Team player. Team player.
Awesome stuff. Let's go over to IPS. Very patiently waiting as well. Welcome. Oh, I'm going to unmute you. There we go. Oh, I can unmute you. You guys are muted. We can't hear you. Can you unmute yourself? Uh-oh. Like, way to go. We're all prepped. We got flowers and everything.
Can you hear me now?
There we go. We can hear you now. There we go.
Excellent. Thanks for having us. We're excited to be here. We've got some great takeout concepts, good packaging to pull our people together. We've got 2 unique ideas, and we'll keep you in the dark, and I'll show you when it's our time to
Awesome.
Okay?
Awesome.
This is Kate. I'm Sherry.
All right, Kate and Sherry. We'll be back. All right, let's go. Who am I missing here? Oh, Sherry. There we go. The folks from Gallimore, most important people right now in the world.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Welcome, Sherry.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you very much for having Gallimore Products on the show today. Welcome to my kitchen. Welcome to my home kitchen. This is day 1 in the kitchen. We moved in yesterday, so everything behind you is an absolute mess, but I'm going to talk today about packaging, and packaging is so important now more than ever. And I'm going to talk about some really, really simple concepts. The ultimate brunch box using a pizza box. We've got some great ideas. I was up early this morning cooking. And I'm also going to talk about power bowls using an Earth Plus sugarcane bowl and a PET lid that's got some magic to it. So I'm looking forward to chatting with you again in a minute.
That's awesome. You are like so important. We thank you so much for being here. And Chef, look at those straws. Look at those big straws.
Yeah, I was just seeing those red ones in front there. That is nice, beautiful.
Isn't those awesome? Do you imagine
that?
that?
My mom had when we were kids growing up. She hit us over the head every time we did something bad in the kitchen. Those will probably do a good job themselves.
Those are awesome. Those are awesome.
Your
Thank you so much for being here.
Your Sysco classic paper straws.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, we'll be right back, Sherry. You know what I did? Here's my mistake. Here's my Kevin Penner mistake. Is I forgot Jeanette's coming back for Western Bakery, so that's my bad. So Jeanette, you're back again.
I'm back again. I feel like I'm redecorating every time there's this flip. But I am back. You guys can't get rid of me. Now we're going to talk about a couple amazing takeout ideas from Weston Bakery, specifically Ace Bakery products, and maybe a little bit of a takeout box as well. So we've got some great ideas for brunch for sure.
It's awesome.
Awesome. All right. Well, I think we know Rick is like ready to go. Like he's already partway in. So
Rick's. I just kicked him out of the room. Let's go back over to Rick.
I was like, you just kicked me out, Jay. Wait.
I'm sorry.
All right. Have at her.
Excellent. I am ready to go. That's for sure. Because in my oven right now, I've got some of those corn tortillas, and they're actually tossed in with that salsa verde that I made fresh with my miner's roasted garlic. So some tomatillos that I've roasted off with some jalapeno pepper. Place that in my food processor. Gave it a couple of pulses. Added in my miner's roasted garlic. A nice squeeze of some lime in there, and some white onions, and then a handful of cilantro. So a great, nice flavor, little bit of sweetness of that garlic in there, and then I toss that with my nacho chips, my corn tortillas. Top that with a little bit of Monterey Jack cheese, and I've actually taken 2 eggs and I'm frying them up on my stove right now. So I know, Jay, you mentioned that something like, hey, brunch in the park, something to carry out. Well, I got brunch in a park here. So let's see. Magic of TV. I got one on one side, one on the other. Look at that. I'm going to top that with some fresh fried eggs.
Oh, nice.
One over here. Got my other one going right there. I got a little bit of white onion going on top. And then over here, some queso fresco cheese, or if you can't get queso fresco cheese, so a fresh light crumbly Mexican cheese, you can use like a light feta going on top of there. So I got my Monterey Jack, my salsa verde, my queso fresco, my 2 eggs. And then I'm going to finish this off with a little adobo crema. So something else made with miners. What I've got here is a mixture of sour cream, and then I'm using 2 miners flavor concentrates, a chipotle and an ancho. So we got some smoky heat from the chipotle, and then from the ancho, that note of ancho peppers with a little bit of caramelized onions. These mixed with some sour cream and a fresh squeeze of lime. Great brightness of flavor. At the same point in time, you got that nice smoky heat of chipotle. Gonna do a little zigzag here on top. Beautiful. Little bit of torn cilantro to finish my garnish. The flavor concentrates are also, they're ready to eat. So easy to take them, grab them, and build that consistency of full flavors. Then, couple of lime wedges. And you know what? I'm going to slide this into the box that we're going to go to the park and eat some of our brunch to go first. Very nice. And then let's just pick up and slide her in. This is where the little, let's see, talent of the TV side. My hand isn't big enough.
Come on.
Wouldn't you know it, Jay?
There you go. Slide it from the tray. Yeah, there you go.
There we go. And
nice.
A couple of squeezes of lime on the side to be able to have that chilaquiles shareable brunch item to go. And there's my first one, Jay. I know I didn't get a chance to talk about my second one, but I know that you'll be coming around later and seeing that. So we got some great flavors, bright
Can you
colors.
bring it closer to the camera, Chef?
For sure.
Just get it closer to the camera. Beautiful.
Look at that.
Yum. And I love the parchment paper in there as well to just eat away without any mess.
Exactly. No mess at all in there because you got that parchment right in there and it's not going to slide through your takeout container either and get it all greasy. So there we go with some great fresh salsa verde and a nice adobo crema on top.
Beautiful.
There we go. My first brunch item to go.
Thanks, Rick. Let's go over to
You
Ralph.
betcha, Jay.
All right, Ralph.
Got a couple things on the go here. We're going to do what we call an egg bite Benny. So with Egg Solutions, we are offering these fancy little guys. These are egg bites. So it's a protein egg basically all-day snack. You can eat this anytime. So what we're going to do with this, we're going to turn this into a Benny. We're going to start with basically using the Golden Grill hash browns. What we've done is we've added some liquid egg into that. We've added some salt and pepper to season and to bind it up a little bit for us. So what we've done very, very simply taking our plate, round our roasties. I don't know if you can see that. We would round our roasties up. Just drop them on the plate. I'm a fan of smoked salmon, so I'm going to top that with some smoked salmon, and that's an awesome way to go. I've got my eggs in the pan right here, and we're going to drop those on top of the Benny. We've got two products here. We've got an egg white with roasted red peppers and spinach, and then we have a 4-cheese egg bite. So I'm going to use one of each basically for people that want to try something a little different. So there we go. Basically, a plate can finish up like this. I'm going to add my hollandaise on that. And this can be something really nice to drop in that takeout box. It'll hold well. It'll perform well. It'll really show you guys exactly what this is all about. Oh, just in the camera here. There you go.
There you go.
The other thing is what we're talking about for takeout. I'm going to run this one over here. I know a slider is a bit of a thing of the past for most operators now, but we've done what we call an egg bite slider. So we've done some meat options. We've done some vegetarian type options. We've done a muffaletta mix basically, so an antipasto, and very simply again with your warm egg bite, basically a brioche bun, sausage, egg bite, a little bit of cheese on that product. You can add any kind of other garnish you like for this product. Do it that way. The egg white, if you want the vegetarian, we can do the egg white and spinach with the red peppers. Again, you can add your arugula. You can add all kinds of different things to that product to make that your own. Over here then, so here's your finished plate, which again, nice thing about these, they'll travel very well. So in a box of 4, so a family pack of 4, everybody has their starter before their main meal kind of thing. So it'll work quite well.
I love the size of those egg bites. They're really beautiful.
Yeah.
And also slicing those in the middle and just sandwiching them out with almost anything you like presentation-wise.
Exactly.
Really, really beautiful. I love the height of them as well. They look really nice and fluffy.
Yeah, Chef, can you grab one?
Yeah.
Can you grab an egg bite there and pull it close to the camera for us?
I can do that right here.
Yeah, let's pull it really close.
That's really great. It's
So these are
really
fully
beautiful.
baked, frozen IQF. They're a 57-gram bite. And again, so versatile. We've been basically talking to golf courses about using this product as a grab and go in the morning to include for breakfast. So coffee and an egg bite sandwich to go. Head to the golf links and away you go.
So 2 really quick questions. Number 1, if you had them from thawed, just like you could warm them up in a few minutes, eh?
Yeah, about 10 minutes is all it takes from thawed.
And then what about frozen?
What
about from
frozen? Takes about 25 minutes from frozen.
Okay.
You can also microwave the product. Some people are looking to do these kind of things and want ease of use and quick service. So for the golf course, we have an individually wrapped product as well. So in the microwave, out it goes, and it's over.
Well, the microwave, funny. I mean, we all know eggs have an amazing consistency even out of microwaves. So, I mean, that it holds its moisture. And the size of that as well, I'm sure would be beautiful even out of a microwave. For those kind of places that are small, don't have the capacity to be able to produce as much and need that mic to depend on microwaves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Continental hotels, places
Nice
like that, are
product.
looking to do those nice
Absolutely.
quick things.
Absolutely.
All right.
Good job,
Let's go
Chef.
to the our next group. There we go.
Okay, we'll do
Just gonna get them some sound.
I mute. I don't think I got
think you muted them.
Oh, I muted. That's me.
You muted them. It's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. Okay, we can hear you.
You hear me now? Great. Okay, well, so we are going to, everybody loves a taco, and we're going to do a twist on the taco. Our carrier is going to be Sysco Complete Pancake Mix. We use about a 2-ounce ladle to create this perfect carrier. So we'll start with that. We've got a really great takeout container that holds these in the perfect taco shape. In this pancake, we're going to put some Idahoan hash browns. These are dehydrated. You fill this up with water the night before, let it hydrate. We brown them up. They're beautiful. So that's the next layer in here. And then we'll put a little cheese. And then we use some of our Burn Great liquid egg. There are 19 eggs in this. And yes, they're real eggs. We always get asked that. Put a little onion and some Casa Solana taco seasoning to give it a little kick. And then we're going to use some banana pepper, hot banana peppers from Vic's.
Love banana peppers.
Fresh cilantro. And we'll include in the packaging some hot sauce and some ketchup. And there you go.
To eat beautiful.
And there is a lid for these lovely packages. So it is the perfect grab and go, take to the park with your partner. And if you trip, fall, it doesn't matter. It's all gonna stay.
Tell you, a lot of people like saving Tupperwares. I'm sure that is one item that no one will throw away and recycle in their households.
Well, it is recyclable. The lid is recyclable and the base is fully compostable. It's made from pulp.
Beautiful. Really beautiful.
There you go. Thanks.
Wow.
Great job.
I was a little worried there when you did the tip.
I wasn't. I trusted in her fully the whole time. Nope.
You're confident, Kevin?
Yep, I was so confident.
I get the code up there on that tray. That's
Respect those pancakes, Jay.
Yeah,
That's
those
really
are awesome. Awesome. All right, let's go over to Sherry. Let's see what's going on there, Sherry. You are like, let's see these products. Here we go.
No. Let's
Here
talk.
you go, Sherry.
Let's talk pizza boxes.
All right.
Okay.
Let's not talk about pizza. So I mentioned I was up early this morning, cooking up or reheating some really great brunch ideas, and wanted to talk about the opportunity to use a pizza box that you could put just about anything in this, anything except soup or something liquidy. So I've got this is the Sysco Orizio pizza box. So white craft on the outside, brown on the inside. And it's simple box, but what I've done is created the ultimate brunch box using 3 different sizes. So a 6-inch, a 12-inch, and a 16-inch. So let's start off small. Let's start off with the 6-inch box. So that's what this guy is here. What I've done is put some pre-made omelets in here. They're pre-cooked, some pre-cooked sausage, and a little side of grapes. And this could be a really nice brunch for one hungry person or 2 moderately hungry people. And 2-inch box closes up nicely. Boom, there you go. Off into the Uber Eats car or whatever method that's going to your guest. Second size of box, 12-inch. This is my bagel cream cheese box, and pretty simple, but it's just another way to carry a bunch of bagels, but it's got all the fixings inside. So I've got my bagels, I've got some seasoned cream cheese, plain cream cheese, a little
Sherry,
portion.
bring that closer. Can you bring that up closer? It looks awesome.
Of course, I got capers because you got to have capers. I've discovered capers.
And I just want to selfishly talk about Winnipeg for a second here. We went from a couple years ago having like no bagel shops to now we've got like 3 or 4 of these little unique artisan bagel shops. Like this is what a great idea.
Yeah, and this is a way that it's basically a nice simple brunch, but send it out the door from your restaurant in a pizza box. I've got some smoked salmon, Norwegian smoked salmon. I sliced up some red onion. I mentioned the capers, and away you go, out the door in a Orizio pizza box.
Well,
go ahead, Chef.
Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt there. In my sandwich shop, we started also, I mean, we've been catering now. It's nice because we do these boxes could be used for so many diverse foods. And of course, when they're not so dry, when we put sandwiches and so forth in our saucier ones, the parchment papers, and there are so many products out there now that can be used as layers that are also, earth friendly and so forth, that would prevent a tremendous amount of stuff from leaking through as well, which, really, really great. Love using those boxes.
Well, and if I can add here to those people that might be on, well, everything fits in my bag right now. Well, in what appears to be, and depending on where you are in the world, going to be the spring and summer of picnics and camping. You now have a vessel to do things with. If I have a bag of bagels and I get to the park bench, or I get to the picnic table, or I put out my picnic blanket, I've got nowhere to put anything. I open up the front of that pizza box, and now I've got a cutting board. I've got a place to merchandise. I can put like there's anything you could put. Like I never even thought of all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can section things off easily in these boxes as well with other items, so that it looks nice when a person opens it up. And there's just so much diversity of just having a nice array of different packages within the box as well, as opposed to the option of putting products as you're doing there now too, which thumbs up on that.
Thank you. And finally, this last one, this is a feast. So I've got Belgian waffle, I've got syrup. I've got pre-cooked sausage, 2 different types of mini croissants. I've got a compostable bowl with some fruit, and there is a lid here somewhere. Some crisp-cut French fries, some bacon, pre-cooked bacon, and a little bit of lemon curd in a recyclable PET container. So this box is 16-inch, and I don't want to spill the juices, but you'll notice that there's vent holes in the top 4 corners. So some of these items are all cooked, and if you put them in here warm, you want to pop those vent holes just to let the steam come out, so everything doesn't go all mushy. But isn't that beautiful?
It is, and I love how clean they are as well for labeling for customers as well on the outside. So basically, I mean, it'd be very nice whether they have their own labels. Who's someone with good handwriting sometimes, but yeah, I love the fact that you can even write on the outside of these and use them almost as a canvas to just create a really nice list of products for people, especially with restricted diets. You've got the smaller sizes. We love easy labeling items when we're packing to go in the restaurant industry.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Take it and go. As the saying goes. So
Chef, I was just going to say also is I was thinking the same thing, because I have that good old art degree, is that cover of that's a white canvas right there on that pizza box. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but just a message or a thank you or, just those common messages that we're seeing everywhere about, what we're dealing with the COVID and stuff, of just those thank you messages you're sending to your customers through that pizza box, to me would be awesome. Awesome. I have to admit, I did once, when this is like a zillion years ago, I did write Nickelback a message because they ordered food from our place, and I did write it on their pizza box. But not that I'm bragging.
Off to Jeanette. Off to Jeanette.
I just had to say that because
my position, guys.
I actually told them that I was a Kiss fan, not a Nickelback fan. Sorry. Sorry. There you go, Jeanette. Hey, you like that?
Great
That's
job,
awesome,
Sherry.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thanks.
Thank you.
Love those items.
Oh, she's muted. Oh.
I was going to say, I muted myself, not Jeanette.
Zip it over here, because no sarcastic comments allowed. So I am gonna get you a recipe to put in that takeout container. A great brunch idea. We all love our burgers these days. Burgers are comfort food, and we can go burgers with a twist to get us our brunch burger. But more importantly about this brunch burger is what we're gonna put it on, of course, because we're here for Weston Bakeries. So I wanted to feature today our new potato bun. And the reason why this fits into takeout, because you're looking at me like, yeah, she's going to make it work one way or the other, is this is a unique potato bun. This actually has pineapple pulp in it. So it actually adds some structure. So we have done some takeout tests with this bun. And while it is soft and easy to eat, it stands up the test of time in that sealed container. So this is why we wanted to go to this one. This is the Ace Bakery craft potato bun. Listed as well. You can see that code there on the screen. So this is got that added sunflower oil, a little bit of cane sugar as well for sweetness, and that pineapple pulp really makes it different. You can actually see a little bit of that yellowish kind of color in it as well, so definitely different. But let's just see what we made up here. So we're going for that brunch burger. So I have kind of grilled up the bun here on the bottom. We're of course adding the burgers. We're, of course, going to add we're adding some P-mail bacon for those of us here in Ontario. You can go with any of your breakfast-style bacons or sausage on this one. P-mail is my favorite. I'm going to add in that second burger patty because why not? A little tomato because I think we need at least some sort of fruit on there, vegetable on there. And then I was desperately trying not to overcook this egg in the background. So there is an egg added to it. Get rid of that hot pan. And I'm just going to take the top of that burger bun, toasty, put it on top. And this is where we have that lovely little ooze coming down my head. There it is. As I see, you guys can't even see that beautiful ooze of that egg. There is a lovely brunch burger, perfect for that, easy to make, decadent option to enjoy. Throw that in your takeout container, and with that bun, it's going to survive the travel home. Absolutely.
That is beautiful, Jeanette.
You just got to get into that nice ooze of the egg, right?
Great job.
Great job, sure.
All right, let's go over to Rick. Rick in his Ferrari oven.
And Jay, so I'm going to be making a handheld item now. So to take out brunch and everything like that, it's going to be an egg and paneer handheld on a roasted garlic naan that is going to have some roasted garlic butter or ghee actually that I've made with my Miner's roasted garlic. So in my pan to start, I got some red peppers. I've got some paneer. I've got some of that Miner's roasted garlic and a little bit of tomatoes. Into that, I'm going to throw in, get that pan nice and hot, 2 eggs, and we're going to fry that up, which is going to be the base of our handheld sandwich. Let that swirl that around and get that nice and cooked. So I've got my naan already nice and warm in my oven. Let's take it out. Protected. And there's my naan bread. Nice and soft, as you can see how flexible it is. Great to be able to hold a handheld. Then we made some roasted garlic ghee. So we just took some butter and we let that cook down, skimmed off some of the milk solids, the fat, and then cooked that for about an hour, and then added some Miner's roasted garlic to that. Gives that nice roasted garlic flavor to it. I'm going to take that butter, and I'm going to brush my naan bread with that. Over here, my eggs are looking fantastic, ready to go. But through the magic of TV, hey, looks like I've got one here already done. Nice roasted garlic set up with the paneer. I'm going to slide that on my naan. And a different variety of a handheld here. We're going to finish this off with a couple of other different flavors. So this is some sweet and quick pickled onions. And we've pickled these onions with Miner's ancho. So taking a little bit, and this has done a nice quick pickle here on these red onions, taking some apple cider vinegar, some water. Oh, I can hear my egg ready to go. Oh, fantastic. That's my daughter's lunch. She's been waiting for it. So nice little quick pickle on these onions, some apple cider vinegar, water, just a touch of sugar, and then some of my Miner's ancho paste in there, doing a quick pickle on this. So going to place these on top, and that'll give a nice little acidic and a little bit of crunch to this. And I'm going to finish this off with some cilantro too. Then see how soft we are? Nice little roll. Perfect. Got my picks. Cut this on a slight angle. You can cut this into 2, 3. I'm going to cut this into 2. Can also be wrapped up into a tin foil. Going to pick that. No cilantro as a garnish into a takeout container, it would go. So there we go. Nice little handheld egg paneer roasted garlic wrap. A nice soft roasted garlic naan made with that Miner's roasted garlic flavor concentrate. Accented with those ancho pickled onions, doing a quick pickle with apple cider vinegar, some water, sugar, and a little bit of that Miner's ancho paste. Really great to be able to use these things, and the flexibility of being able to add them to sauces, marinades, butters, such as grating that roasted garlic ghee. And that's a great handheld to be over there for the best of brunch. What do you think, Jay?
Awesome stuff.
And Michael, what do you think?
Really nice stuff there, Rick. Really beautiful. Really beautiful. And I love the simplicity of, like you said, I mean, the takeaway, anything that fits in a hand is great. And those sauces also could be used to be giving little cups of seasoned sauces that you're using for dips as well.
For sure, no doubt about it. And actually, that's a great reminder of what I actually showed on that first one on my chilaquiles was that ancho dip. So that ancho and chipotle dip, just simple again, mixed with just a little sour cream and some lime, makes a great dip to be able to add there.
Yeah, and you can mix those with, I mean, sour cream is just the beginning of so many items, dairy-free to, I mean, you could use almost anything to be seasoning that up, and really nice.
It is, certainly is. And you know what? Yeah, vegan mayo too goes fantastic with any of those. So any of these sauces and things like that can definitely grow.
Really nice. Good show.
Excellent.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Kevin, you still there?
Still here.
Still there? Okay. Awesome. On to you, Ralph.
Okay, thanks, guys. We're going to talk about our hard-cooked peeled eggs from Egg Solutions now. We've got a couple of recipes, quick ones for you guys to show you. But again, as I mentioned, who likes to boil, peel, and cool the eggs? It's just a labor killer. These products are basically clean deck ingredients. There's no other ingredients other than eggs. They are hard-boiled, peeled, bagged, 70-day refrigerated shelf life. So it's an awesome product we've been talking about. The beauty about this product is we've done a couple of things with this now.
Ralph, did you say 7 day shelf life?
70.
70.
From production, refrigerated, yes. So I just want to show you one thing here. Yeah, it's awesome. So one thing here is that we can do, just to show you the consistency of the egg. I don't know if I can show it to the camera here, but you can just see how beautiful that
comes. A little higher.
You'll never get a dark ring on that product, and that's cooked perfect every time, day in and day out. What I've done today is I just want to show you one more thing here. Is about, I'm just going to cut one egg open here. Everybody knows about making deviled eggs and what happens when we make deviled eggs. We're always losing the outside of the egg. The white is gone a little bit. You've got chips and blemishes and things like that. With this product, you'll never have that. Also, the other nice thing about it is you can just pop out the yolk. So for your deviled eggs, put that in your container, mix your mash. Today I've made some deviled eggs to go, obviously, and So basically, we've got our small appetizer container, so people want to be using this. I've done an avocado deviled egg, so just put in that avocado mash in my mashed egg yolk, a little bit of seasoning, some garlic, as well as some salt and pepper just to taste, and we have a really nice, ready to go, very quick appetizer product. So it's an avocado deviled egg.
I just
Really
love
nice.
How fast, I love how fast that came together.
The 70-day shelf life on that is with the package when it's in the
Sealed
package,
in the package.
and when
Sealed
it
in the
comes
package,
out,
yes.
sealed in the package and out of the package.
I mean, when
shelf life, when we open
boil
it,
and peel an egg, you're going to get 2 to 3 days out of the product, just like you would a fresh boiled egg. Okay,
fantastic.
Same
Which
exact
keeps
use.
it really
So
nice.
what a time saver. I mean, that's the big key to this product. I've also heard a lot of talk today about egg wash. Under the Wholesome Farms, there is a product called whole liquid egg. Very clean deck ingredients again. Basically a whole liquid egg for you guys to look at. I don't know where I am here now. Basically a whole liquid egg product. And it's real easy product work. So any of your egg wash that you're using, your ingredients that you want to do for a French toast mix and things like that, scrambled eggs, this is an awesome product to work with. Nobody likes peeling eggs. Nobody likes cracking eggs. It's a thankless job. Also, there's no chance here cross-contamination or anything. This is a pure pasteurized product. So give that some thought. We also have that in a carton in egg white, so pure egg white as well. That's also the a product that's no fun to work with, where you're shaking that egg up, trying to get that white out perfectly. This is a product that's, again, pasteurized and 100% liquid egg white. The other product we're going to do today is we're going to produce a lasagna, so an egg and bacon lasagna. So I've done a little Alfredo sauce here, just a cream sauce, light. So what we're going to do is just going to layer some products in there. So I started with a base of the cream sauce. We've taken some pre-cooked lasagna here, drained and dried. We're just going to add now what we talked about. What I've done is I've added some bacon. So I crisped up some bacon here. So we got a bowl of nice crispy bacon. I'm going to take my egg and I'm going to slice that just like so. And we're now going to make that as a layer as well. Then we're going to add some cheese, because obviously cheese and bacon are the two killers for this product. I'm just going to continue to layer that. The finished product will be, this is single serve. For a to-go type item, I baked one in a pan, so I don't know if you can see this guy. To have that in a takeout container, I'm just going to get my spatula here. Take this. The beauty of this, it can come out nice and cold. If you can have it baked, and then you can hold it cold. You can cut it and portion it this way. An awesome way to go. So this in a microwavable container. Just put this in the microwave when you get it home, or it'll stay warm, stay hot for traveling.
I love the packaging of those eggs. I have to say, I mean, in the restaurant business, to be able to take out what you need so that we don't waste. So it's sort of like, we know what it's like to make something on the fly when we run out of something, and being able to, if you're making salads and so forth, to be able to open one of these packages up that has that shelf life, and just whip it up in seconds is such a
Chopped
great,
egg,
great
salad.
option.
It's an awesome, you're right, 100%.
Really nice.
That's what we've got. I also made an individual product, and we're good to go. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Ralph.
Thanks, Ralph.
Fantastic, Ralph.
Alrighty, let me do some unmuting here.
Am I unmuted now?
Yeah.
You're Kate, right?
Yes, I am.
Hey, Kate.
Hi. So for our next dish, we're going to do a brunch platter to go so that you can enjoy it with your friends and family, safely distanced outside. So we're going to start with our favorite 16-inch pulp platter. So this one also is compostable. And then we're just going to use a whole bunch of different things that can satisfy everybody. First is going to be our Mark Press variety appetizers, little quiches. So we've got 4 different flavors here. They're super easy. They come in a variety pack. You can bake them off. We've got 3 of each flavor. We've got a spinach, a mushroom, an onion, and a veggie. So I've just kind of lined them up along the edge here. And then we also have used our Weston's Sysco Baker Source French baguette to make some French toast.
So we have also used the burn braid liquid egg that we used previously in our last presentation. So this is a whole liquid egg. We use this to brown up the French toast here. So we've kind of cut them diagonally so that they're nice and brown and crispy like that. And we're going to layer them, do about 6 or so at a time, and just put them on the edge over here. There we go. Pile it nice and high because our lid has really good height on it. And then we're just going to add some fruit and some McCormick's cinnamon sugar. Just do a little shake on the top of it there. And a little bit of icing sugar to top it off. So this is good for anyone, for groups of 4 to groups of 10, depending on how much you want to eat. We also have our Smucker's 30 ml portion syrups. These are perfect because they've got the nice little tab on the side, so you're not going to be trying to pull them off. And this you can either drizzle on the top, or you can easily just dump it in, just dunk it like you would normally do it. And then we also have these Euro-Mediterranean spinach and feta. Well, here's a question. Do you say phyllo or phyllo?
Both work. Phyllo, I like phyllo. It depends who I'm talking to.
Exactly. I use them interchangeably. So it's a nice kind of twister like this.
It's beautiful.
So we've done them up circle-wise so that you can see it, but we've cut them up so that you can have a little bit each. You can look at those beautiful layers in there of all the phyllo pastry. So we're just going to line those up on the edge, stack them there so that you can see how beautiful they are. And then we're also going to use Burn Braid Farms sous vide bacon and Swiss eggs. So very similar to the other product there, but it's a 57-gram sous vide egg patty. They come in little plastic cases like this, 2 of them to a pack. And these are fantastic. If you don't open them and keep them in the plastic and keep them refrigerated, they're good to go for 30 days. So you can reheat these, again, in water if you want to, microwave, oven, whatever's easiest for you. So we're just going to stack about 3 of them on the edge here, just on the corner like that. And then we've also added in some just peanut butter portions for those who don't necessarily want some syrup with their French toast. We're just going to add some portions on the side over here, just like that, and our syrup. And then we also have just some classic protein, some sausages that we'll add to the edges. And then,
You know, those little packages of the sauces and peanut butters and so forth. I mean, when we were kids, we used to come across when we go into these places and eat, whether they were hotels and so forth. But it's a time to bring this back for, sanitary reasons and all that stuff. And portion now is great, so a person can also use them.
For sure.
It's amazing. It's like an old style coming back, really an important one as well. Couldn't be better timing.
Such a labor saver instead of pouring them out into portion packs and putting the lids on and shipping them out that way. So, and then we just did a little fruit mixture in the 16-ounce square pulp bowl. So this also is compostable too. Just going to pop it down in the middle there, just like that. And then we've got a really nice recyclable lid with lots of good height. You just pop it on there. And then there's your takeout brunch platter to go for however many people you need. I don't want to tilt it too much so it spills everywhere.
I love it. Do those lids also come in different height sizes as well, or they have
only height size for the pulp platter?
Because it's beautiful, and I think sometimes also in the base as well. If people are putting food in there to keep it more tight, they can also use some parchment papers on the bottom to give it a little bit more height as well.
For sure.
Really nice.
Yeah, we've just added in the pulp bowl in the middle there to kind of pull it out and have some fruit and keep them separated from all the other things. So a lot of the favorite materials are interchangeable, and you can fit them in here to see what works best for you.
Really beautiful.
And if I could just add, somebody said perfect for the beach, perfect for the beach, perfect for a picnic, perfect for at least for the next little while. In most places in Canada, I can't speak for the US, but just as far as, we're not necessarily all able to gather right now. So you've got Mother's Day coming up, you've got Father's Day coming up, building one of these for your customers to bring and drop off at a family member, or get this for somebody who, what a great way to do to how do I say it? Just try to say this as well as I can with the circumstances that we're in right now.
Yeah.
And I love that. Well, the height of that also gives us diversity. I sometimes use these higher lids where we put beautiful salad mixtures in there. And then when the customer gets them, we can turn them upside down and use that base also as a service item, giving you other options in addition to what you're using for the grab and go stuff. So it really works nicely.
Yeah, exactly. And this one's a 16-inch. You can get the 14-inch, and then you can just stack it. So if you want to do a multiple type meal thing for outdoor, it works perfectly.
Really nice. Really
Great job.
nice.
Thanks, guys.
Awesome stuff. Thanks so much. All right, let's.
I think we're trying to find Sherry right now, but I think she was done. So maybe we move on and come back.
Comes up. Give her a second here.
Okay.
See, she comes up. No, we can bring Jeanette in. She's on. She's ready.
Yep.
All right, Jeanette, you're up. We'll wait till Sherry comes back.
Like I'm always ready in the background. So our next idea is from Ace Bakery, and we are working with what I refer to as one of the dark horses of Ace Bakery products. This is our cranberry focaccia. So I want to just do a little slice through this. Full of cranberry, full of raisins, finished with a little turbinado sugar as well. Hard to see that on screen, but an amazing product. So I have taken this product and I have made up some French toast. It's a very decadent product for French toast, very rich recipe, great for turkey sandwiches as well. Show, so it's all good. So I'm going to take that French toast that I have grilled up. I'm going to throw it here in my takeout container. And I'm just going to do a quick finish on it here. I've done up a little bit of a whipped, you can do a whipped cream cheese. You can do a whipped goat's cheese as well. Be beautiful on top. We're adding a little bit of, again, there's some pecans, just some great addition there. Even some extra dried cranberry is lovely. You can do a little drizzle of maple syrup, or if you prefer in your takeout world, we've got a little Dickinson jar because you never want any, no artificials allowed. You got to go for the real thing. Throw that in the container, and you've got an amazing hearty meal with some amazing flavor combinations on this one.
How would that hold up in a nice press machine as well? That could give a really nice option for some panini options to really,
Absolutely.
That sounds really nice and decadent with the ingredients that are inside that bread.
That's just it. It is absolutely, as I say, I call it the dark horse because it's not used by everybody. You look at it, you're like, cranberry focaccia, it's weird, but it's an amazing product. I have to do the quick little plug here. You guys see that?
It's a very nice touch.
So, we went one step further, and I will show you this, but I'm going to take my second round of French toast there, and I'm going to just toss it in the corner. So this as an addition to this full kit, again, you can add in your other ingredients if you wish, and I'll give you the better view here as I throw some ghost cheese around. Give you the better view. But there is an amazing brunch box with a combination to hit everybody's needs. Mother's Day, any day, Wednesday, it doesn't matter. And you've got everything in there from proteins to croissants to so many of the items that we've been talked about today throughout the session. Some amazing products and just a quick, wonderful takeout idea for the family.
I love it.
Love it.
Well done.
Really love it.
Love it. I like the whole idea around the brunch box.
I do too. I think it's fantastic. Really eye opener. Really great.
It's really, it's catchy too. But,
Yeah, and listen, you've got enough room in there also to put cutlery inside if a person wants to decorate one of these boxes as like that complete kit, in relation to smaller groups, for instance, and they can just have all of their cutlery separately put in there and wrapped and have a perfect box kit. I love it.
I was at a marketing summit last week, and one of the major barbecue companies inside their box is actually printed bricks on there for the kids to play. So you could put something in this, and you could have like inside of it stuff that kids can do, as well as the parents enjoying the brunch and stuff like that. So,
no, it's great. It's all about the space. I love it.
Yeah,
or just a bunch of red cups and ping pong balls, whatever. Like the grown-ups can play too, Jay.
I'm ready.
I love it.
Leave it to you, Kevin. We got to take it up a notch, right?
You gotta kick it up a notch. Thanks so much,
Awesome.
Jeanette.
Thanks very much, guys.
We got Sherry back. Hey, Sherry, you're back.
I'm back.
Look at all this. Look at this.
Okay, we're going to talk power bowls. So not just talking about the packaging, but what you can put in it as well. So I want to show you, this is a Sysco's Earth Plus sugarcane bowl in 12, 24, and 32 ounce size. This is a white sugarcane. This is a blended sugarcane bamboo bowl. These are compostable. You can put just about anything in these. Definitely not something scoopy because it's sugarcane. Eventually it will leach through. However, you can put a lot of different things in there. I mentioned at the beginning of the segment, Jay, something about magic and packaging. And this is what I'm talking about, magic. This is a PET plastic lid, so it's recyclable. It has an anti-fog coating on the inside and the outside of the lid.
Nice.
So, yeah, so all of these dishes, I made them up about 8 o'clock this morning. These have been sitting in the refrigerator since then and pulled them out just before the segment. If it didn't have the anti-fog coating on there, this would all be condensation. You wouldn't
Can you
be
bring it a
able
little closer?
Yeah,
Sherry,
you wouldn't be able to see the beautiful food inside.
And what
So-
a great solution for these big orders that need to be prepped ahead of time and to be leaving in walk-in boxes and so forth for restaurants and things. That's a key, because that was one, a lot of times when we were preparing these things in the past, we would use some saran wrap and seal them right before they go out. And this is an excellent option.
Yeah. So you can do the grab and go. So this one is a salad with some avocado, some shrimp. This one is a brown rice bowl with shrimp. It's got a bit of a drizzle on top, red onion, edamame, some avocado, and another version, the 12-ounce bowl, cottage cheese with a little bit of fruit. So somebody's breakfast. Nice and easy. Quinoa, a quinoa salad with some the smoked salmon and some of Ralph's pre-cooked eggs on top there. And you'll notice that they're stacking really nicely. So I've got a handled bag just around the corner there. After this is all done, I'm going to stick these in the handled bag, and that's my carry-out. That's my walking billboard. If I stickered the side of that bag, that's advertising my restaurant. And when your guest opens up the bag and sees these beautiful bowls, you can see the food inside because it's not all condensation and fogged up. They're going to be so impressed. Here's another one. I'm very proud of this. I made it myself. It's a combination. It's a salad, and it's got some mini shrimp and hard-cooked egg, bit of a shrimp egg salad concoction. So you see, these are just stacking up nicely. They're not going to go anywhere. And then the icing on the cake is the cottage cheese and fruit. So
Beautiful.
yeah. And just another note about these lids and the bowls. This isn't going anywhere. This lid is not going to pop off, and you're not going to have cookies all over the bag, all over your table. They're very strong, very durable, environmentally friendly, environmentally responsible, and allows you to really showcase the beautiful food that you've made in your restaurant.
One of the things you mentioned there, and I was going to ask the question about how strong those seal. And I know I speak for many of us in the industry, it is such a pain in the butt when you get an amazing container and it just doesn't have the right lid.
Yeah.
I mean, that is really, really nice. And people also appreciate that because when they see it, when we get delivery sometimes and you're opening something up and you look at it and you're like you need to put a little bit of your wrist in there to open. You're like, wow, these guys really think about their packaging. That's a big plus, big plus.
packaging is as important as the food.
Absolutely.
Nowadays, because we're not in restaurants, we're not experiencing the service. This is the service. So if we don't pay attention to the packaging, we're probably going to not get a repeat customer. So
Totally agree, 110% on that.
Yeah,
you know, people miss the boat of that very important point you just made. Very, very important.
Yeah. So we've got lots of great ideas, not just what to put it in, but what to put in it as well. That was fun this morning. I was in my happy place this morning in my kitchen. So thanks again for inviting Gallimore to join.
Well, we're sharing your happiness.
Hey, Sherry, can you show Chef those straws? We got to see those straws up.
Sure. So these are the Sysco Classic paper straws. This has been sitting in this lemonade since 8 o'clock this morning. These are made of paper. They're made of 3-ply paper. This has been sitting in orange juice since 8 o'clock this morning. My favorite story to tell about the Sysco Classic paper straws is I left one in a can of Diet Coke at 3 p.m. one day. I was testing, and I forgot about my test. Next morning at 8 a.m., I went back to my desk and went, oh, geez, can of Diet Coke, left the straw in it, pulled the straw out, and just like this, where it was submerged in the Diet Coke, it was still firm. It was still intact. I was absolutely blown away. So they're very durable. There are places throughout Canada where plastic is being banned. Ultimately, single-use plastic will be banned in various stages, but we're very proud of the Sysco Classic paper straws that we're producing for you. Very durable, lots of different sizes.
And what about those red ones? Can I see that circumference of that? Look how beautiful that is.
That's huge.
Well, you know, it's funny is I'm just looking at that, and the fact that you said they're just made of some very durable, you know, product. You could be filling those up on either ends. I mean, with tubage, giving someone some fancy sauce item ideas as well, where they squeeze something off of it, and as long as you clamp the two ends of it, talking about delivery and packaging and fun, something to talk about. Those are big enough to really be putting some even imagine peanut butter in there of some sort texture that a person can literally use also as a squeezing item for these products. It really, I would play with that.
That's a really good idea. We do have a number of different varieties that are paper wrapped. So you can see here, we're very concerned about health and safety nowadays. So grab a couple, throw them in the bag, hands off the product. Same with a compostable, this one I've opened, but a compostable pouch with a nice fork, spoon, and a napkin. Again, add it to your bag, hands off of the material. It gives your restaurant's guest real comfort level that you're looking out for them. You're not going to be harmed. Something's not going to be passed on just by using a simple straw or cutlery. So
really nice.
It's awesome.
I'm loving this packaging.
I know.
Yeah. Really loving it.
It's awesome, Aisha. So important. So important. Awesome stuff. Thanks so much, Sherry.
My pleasure.
Awesome. Well, Kev, Chef, that's a wrap. Day 2.
What a
blast. This was fantastic.
A little overtime, but that's okay. That's okay. We own this channel. That's okay. We can do that. We can do that. Kev, are you there?
Yeah. I'm
in a
bit of
a
those of you on segment 3. I'm in a bit of a croissant chrome over here still, so just trying to catch my second wind. But what a great finish! Just loved how everybody took the packaging and didn't just show us packaging. Showed us how the packaging can change the game. And I know Jay said at the beginning, and maybe some people didn't understand we were talking about just how it's become the Achilles heel, because that's so much of business is being done this way now. So thank you so much for not just showing us packaging, but making it all stick together.
Totally agree. Totally agree.
Awesome.
Guys,
Well,
have
thank you,
yourself a
Chef.
wonderful, wonderful day. I'm also going to be excusing myself. I could not thank you enough for this. That packaging is sort of having the right tie with your suit or the right shoes with your dress, because you need one to always complement the other. You made a very important point there, and that really needs to be emphasized when it comes to delivery, because that is key as well.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love the fact that the reflection behind you, Chef, is what most people have pictures are in Canada.
You
Yours
know,
is actually the real thing.
It's a reflection of the building across.
I know, but in Canada,
like-
we actually have pictures of those
I had-
we hang on our walls behind us. That's actually the real thing behind him on a reflection.
Yeah, sorry I had to move around because there were people inside. They're working on some stuff, and they arrived a little earlier than expected. But nothing like these live
beautiful in New
things.
York.
Well, there's plenty of room here when you come visit.
That's awesome. Well, thank you, everyone else. Kevin, thanks again for co-hosting. Also keeping me on track and enjoying some great desserts this morning together.
You bet.
And just thank you all our vendors. You guys mean the world to us. And what really means the most is our customers take some ideas in our industry, take some ideas from these amazing ideas and implements them into their restaurants, and really gives their customers an amazing experience. If it is brunch, it is, when we were talking about brunch and we were going to, bring this as a title, as a show, and someone said, this is the meal that brings people together. And I truly believe in that, and I just can't thank you and everyone that was on the call today, and our 4,000 people that joined us today as well. Thank you again.
It's beautiful.
It really means the world. So we're going to continue. We got amazing shows coming up every week, Tuesdays and Thursdays.
And if I can
we'll be back.
and if I could say thank you for welcoming us into your homes, for those of you that have done this from your home kitchens, and for those of you that are at work kitchens, I'm sure there are some protocols and things you have to follow. So just thanks to everybody for getting out of your comfort zones once again. You looked like stars today, and we greatly appreciated the support.
Agreed.
Awesome.
Agreed.
All right. Thanks so much. See you guys.
Ciao, guys.